Actually, it's an old Channel 7, Jack. It's gone gangrene. The most outrageous outfit, that's going to be a highlight. There's fashion parades, champagne lunches. You can see Great Western getting into the act. So Beaudesert next Saturday. If you're not attending the Doomben fixture, I think that might be the place to be. It's going to be a fun day down there, and it's a worthy cause, Queensland Cancer Fund. The day at Eagle Farm yesterday was Apprentices Day. Graham Watson took the riding honours with a winning treble, and he got quickly into action. He took out the opening event on the 25-to-1 chance, Miss Egmont.
Length of the leader. He's now second, the favourite. Then Marturi, Miss Egmont, and Carmist is last. Heading down the side, 600 metres left to go. Capnos still the leader, a half length in front. Amos Malay second. Daring Robbery third. Miss Egmont is now making a dash around the field. She's racing up on the outside of Daring Robbery, moving into third place, followed by Smooth Finish on the rails, and then Marturi, and last of all, Carmist. Into the straight, 400 metres left to go. Amos Malay has taken the lead from Capnos. Miss Egmont is tackling Amos Malay on the outside, and they're locked together with 300 metres to go. They're clear of Daring Robbery and then Marturi. At the 200-metre mark, and Miss Egmont, she's gone to the lead on the outside. It's Miss Egmont almost a length in front of Amos Malay. Then Capnos, Daring Robbery and Carmist, but Egmont, she's starting to sneak clear close to home, and she's going to be too good for them. Miss Egmont first, second Amos Malay, third Capnos, then...
The second was the second maiden over 2,100 metres and a spectacular finish. We'll show you the slow-mo after the race, and you'll notice the leader, Definite Defeat, veer off the track suddenly about the 100-metre mark. He did lose it on protest, but I think he might be one to follow Definite Defeat. He should soon pick up one of these long maidens.
And Foreign Missile is last. 650 metres left to go. Definite Defeat the leader as they run towards the home turn. Definite Defeat is just in front as they swing onto the corner. Show Diamond second, looming up to join Definite Defeat. They're 3 lengths in advance of Geralda, then She's Class, Viva Nonsense. Further back came Red Oregon, King of Sting, Aqualee and Foreign Missile. Into the straight now, 350 metres to go. Definite Defeat has kicked again near the inside and dashed away from them. Leads by a length. Show Diamond under the whip in second place. She's Class running on fairly well on the outside, and then Red Oregon. Definite Defeat the leader, running about badly. Oh, veered right out in front of She's Class. Ducked out very badly, Definite Defeat. She's Class coming at Definite Defeat now. Definite Defeat in front of She's Class as they go to the line. And Definite Defeat, after a very erratic course in the straight, wins it by a neck. Definite Defeat first. She's Class second, close for third, Viva Nonsense.
It was a very erratic course he steered in the straight. We'll show you the slow-mo now inside the final 200 metres. You'll notice that this is coming up to the 200, Definite Defeat. Shane Scriven had changed the whip over at the home turn. He's got the whip in the left hand, slapping Definite Defeat down the shoulder. Now She's Class is the grey. Now here he goes, Definite Defeat. He starts to veer off, and then he goes very quickly for a few strides and does balk She's Class, who has to check, as you notice, go over his heels and come up on the inside. Now it was rather controversial. The protest was upheld. Certainly She's Class did suffer interference, but you'll notice here in the final 100 metres, Definite Defeat is clearly holding She's Class. In fact, he might be edging away again on the post, but stewards decided that She's Class had met with sufficient interference to affect the result. Definite Defeat, once he learns to gallop truly, is certainly going to pick up a long maiden. Third event was the industry training graduation. A nice ride here by Toowoomba apprentice John Winter to get home on muted from Beautrelet and Effectual.
On the outside, followed by Beautrelet. Over on the inside, Big Cheer. Lady Capulet now starting a run. Then Briglow Bill, Valentino and New Year's dropped out last. As they run towards the home turn, 450 metres left to go. The Cowboys home just in front of King's Bishop. Delegate third, Effectual fourth. On the outside, Beautrelet and Pedro's Tigress together. Then Lady Capulet and Muted going for a run in the middle. 300 metres left to go. King's Bishop loomed up on the outside, went to the lead from the Cowboys home. Effectual running on strongly. Muted going for that run in the middle. He's finishing fast. Beautrelet on the outside coming home strongly as well. Muted loomed up. He's got his nose in front of Effectual and Beautrelet. Muted in front, starting to move clear close to home, and he's going to be too good for them. Muted goes on, wins it by a length and a half. Tight second and third. It's a photo between Beautrelet on the outside and Effectual. Then
much improved rider in recent months, young Winter, and a nice ride there on muted. Fourth event, the Apprentices Cup, and Graham Watson on Sir Biscay. Sitting outside the leader at this stage, just holds on from Ballina Road.
To be second, Tamarind is a length away third, a half length into Avadana. Fifth on the outside is Calm Gent, but 3 deep. Then Ballina Road, Assans and Solemn Vo together with Solemn Vo racing wide. Then Royal Wagon and Prince Bourbon's last on the home turn, 450 metres to go. Carnarvon Bridge straightens up a half length in front of Sir Biscay. A length away third is is Tamarin, followed by Avadana. Calm Gent to the outside, running on fairly well, and then Belle on the road. So Biscay has taken the lead. 300 metres left to go. He's gone for him full board now. He's about a length in front. Calm Gent running on strongly. Carnarvon Bridge over on the inside. Belle on the road making up ground. And Royal Wagon is storming down the outside. So Biscay, he's fought on. He's just in front. Belle on the road is flying on the inside. So Biscay, Belle on the road. They hit it, or close enough to a dead heat. Not much in it at all. So Biscay or Belle on the road. And a photo for third as well. Royal Wagon or Calm Gent.
Yes, it was perilously close to a dead heat. Biscay getting the verdict by just centimetres. They were the first four from Eagle Farm yesterday. When we return, we'll show you an outstanding 3-year-old, No Parole. Eagle Farm meeting yesterday. The fifth event was the City Flying and No Parole, the Melbourne 3-year-old. This is a class performance. He goes on to defeat Shankhill by 3/4 of a length, but could have made the margin a lot bigger.
Jade 85th on the inside of Movie Maker, 2 lengths then to Bowl Jet, followed by Q second, then Plush Lady a little wide on the outside of Fiery Ember's Top Fella, and Sports Ruler 3 lengths off last. Onto the home turn, 450 metres to go. Shankhill just in front of White Jewelers. They swing around the corner. In third place is Bond Princess, followed by No Parole, and then El Jadadi, Movie Maker, and Plush Lady with Top Fella. In the straight now, 300 metres left to go. White Jewel loomed up on the outside of Shankhill. They're locked together. On the outside, Bond Princess. No Parole is winding up. He's out in the middle of the track, but he's coming out after these leaders pretty quickly. Shankhill's kicked again on the inside. Shankhill just in front. No Parole coming out after Shankhill. He's just about in front, No Parole. Yes, he's a neck clear, drawing away close to home. And he's too good. No Parole first, Shankhill second, tight third. White Jewel in a photo with Fiery Embers.
No Parole is to return to Melbourne tomorrow. He's going to run in all the top 3-year-old races, the Ascot Vale Stakes, Moonee Valley Stakes. And this shows you just what a class colt he is. He's cruising up to these leaders. Craig Dinn just going hands and heels, an occasional flick down the shoulder with the whip, and he appeared to win with a fair bit in reserve, even though the time was 1:97. Now Shankhill's on the fence in front, White Jewel in the blue, but he is No Parole with giant strides on the outside. He cruises past Shankhill, and he was racing right away, even though Dinn didn't have him at full pressure. The winning margin 3/4 of a length, and I'm sure Dinn could have expanded that by some considerable distance. Sixth event was the Careers Week graduation, and the 20-to-1 chance Count Peridot gave former Sydney apprentice Andrew Pettit his first Eagle Farm success.
600 leads by 5 lengths. Count Peridot running second, 2 lengths away third is Sir Magul. Arjong Dancer is hard ridden in 4th place, followed by Dunga Rubber picking up ground, and then Suggestion going forward. Bless Us All under a bit of pressure, and Little Mimi's next on the inside. Flattening for the run in, 350 metres out. Golden Tanaco's coming back to the field, leads by a length and a half. Count Peridot running on strongly. Arjong Dancer in 3rd place on the outside. The favourite Sir Magul is struggling. Little Mimi's making up ground. 150 metres to go. Golden Tanaco joined quickly by Count Peridot on the outside. He's hit the front, Count Peridot, just in front of Golden Tanaco. Little Mimi's making up ground at the end, but it's Count Peridot in front, close to home, and Count Peridot wins it by a length. Count Peridot first, Photo second and third, Little Mimi and Golden Tanaco.
Well, last Saturday, our Rosalee gave a bold front-running display in the exhibition handicap, and she made it 2 and a week with a similar display yesterday out in front. Her leading at this stage is about 8 lengths, and even though she's getting weary at the finish, so are the others chasing her.
Outside of our compromise, 3 lengths then to Haro, moving up on the outside of Dancing Man, then Northern Beam, Surfcaster, well back dining out, then Rock Show. He must be still 20 lengths from the leader, and Charles Hydesick is last. As they run towards the home turn, 500 metres left to go. Our Rosalee, she's coming back to the field, but she's still 5 lengths in front. Ormiston second, Dancing Man going forward. Haro's picking up ground on the outside. Our compromises under the whip. Rock Show pulled to the outside, starting to finish gamely now. 300 metres left to go. Our Rosalee, the leader. He's gone for the whip on her. She's still 5 lengths in front. Dancing Man running second, then Surfcaster, Northern Beam and Rock Show right down the outside. She's still got this long lead. Our Rosalee clear, 3 lengths in front. I think she's going to win it. She's stopping, but she's got too big a break up her sleeve, and that's a great go-to-woe win for our Rosalee.
It was a fantastic effort out in front by our Rosalee, and well ridden by Lyle Apper, who's right back in peak form. Unfortunately, our compromise broke down, and his racing career has ended. The final event went to Cedar Boy and Shane Scriven, rewarded for some good riding efforts during the day, and Cedar Boy went on to score nicely from Beale Bangira.
Mandolin starting to go forward, then Caesar's Rock and Malimi is last. 600 metres left to go as they race towards the home turn. Sterling Trotting Path moved up on the outside to join Waglin in the lead. Rusty's Pride running on strongly. Solitary Queen on the outside finishing gamely. Then Main Fusilier. Colonial Strings just behind them. Treasury's going for a run on the inside. Bill Bangor is finishing fast out wide on the track. Plenty of chances. 250 metres left to go. Rusty's Pride loomed up, went to the lead. He's tackled quickly by Bill Bangor on the outside, and Cedar Boy is coming home very quickly in the middle. Cedar Boy went up to Bill Bangor. He's gone to the lead now. Cedar Boy shot a length clear of Bill Bangor. Then Rusty's Pride, but Cedar Boy's too good in the run home and races away to win by 2 lengths.
It was an impressive win, but very, very good ride there by Shane Scriven. Now the TAB information from the Eagle Farm meeting, and the double numbers 9 and 4 paid $103.20, 4, 9 and 4 the treble $723.60, and the extra double from Eagle Farm 12 and 8 paid $740.10.
Well, Bart, we haven't mentioned it yet, but a lot of talk about the strike yesterday.
There was a strike yesterday?
There was a strike yesterday by the senior jockeys. I just thought I'd fill you in on that. What effect did it have on the race meeting at Eagle Farm?
Well, very little really, Pat. The crowd was, I suppose, down a fraction on what it normally would be, and the tote hold was 518,000, which is about normal, and bookmakers said their turnover was down slightly, but not any real worry. But, you know, I don't think the jockey strike had much effect, really.
OK, we'll take a break in Sports Scene. Bart Sinclair will be back after this break with racing from Rosehill in Sydney.
I was successful yesterday. We'll get straight into the action. We've wasted enough time here this morning. Heat of the moment. Well, that's well known. Taking out the first from Comedy Star.
Followed by Gypsy Blessing, and last is State Claim. On the run around the corner at the 500 metres, and Dancehall Girl on the inside just shows the way. Second is Rare Romance, a length Lady Moulin, followed by Comedy Star, and then comes Stately Image looking for a run, but nothing there at the moment. At a further length, the Ligaya and Sylvania Road. At the 250, Dancehall Girl, Rare Romance, Comedy Star battling it out from Stately Image. Here's Heat of the Moment. Heat of the Moment getting up on the inside. Debate comes into it. Comedy Star's taken the lead. Heat of the Moment after Comedy Star. Heat of the Moment finishing by far the better. And Heat of the Moment's beaten Comedy Star. Dancehall Girl third. A little over a length.
Right in front by Bruce Compton to take out the second on Pleasant Flight. The third horse drawn was a solid effort after racing wide.
Getting a long way out of its ground. Midfield is Belle finish, and then Splendid Speed and Premier Pride. A little more than a length then to drawn, making ground from Home to Stay Hope for John Fragilistic and Copper Wing. On the side of the 600, Pleasant Flight leads a length and a quarter Slave Trade. Total third, then Dugald, a little over a length Comanche King, and then comes King's Message, drawn very wide. From Card Shark, Bold Finish, Premier Pride, and then comes at the head of the others, scrambled a long way back from Fragilistic and Copper Wing. Straightening, Pleasant Flight's got a handy break. Nearly 2 lengths on Slave Trade, then Total and Dugald, followed by drawn on the outside, a gap Comanche King. Pleasant Flight to the 200 metres, more than a length in front. Slave Trade second, not picking up the leader, who's going very, very well. Drawn third, followed by Comanche King, but Pleasant Flight is much too good. From a wide alley, he had to be used up early, but he's coming right away. And Pleasant Flight goes on and wins at 2.5 Slave Trade. Third was drawn after one to Brother
Third to Reckless Tradition, who came from well back, got a lovely run along the inside and just switched around the leader's heels to score by half length.
Tradition on the rails, 2 to Rosnat on Trenu, and last is High Cast Lad. Travelling to the side of the 700 metres, by golly, they're making this favourite south of Belmont work. He's still 3 wide. Has been there from the start, and the leader, Belmont Miss, a half royal mood. Caught off the track south of Belmont, a length of Brother Nero, Blazing Point, followed by Razoo and Estuary. And then comes Whiskey Kingdom, and at the head of the others, Reckless Tradition. He can't get a clear run at the moment. Around the corner they travel, and Belmont Miss shows the way. About 3/4 Razoo. Reckless Tradition's travelling well, but he can't get out as they run past the 300 metres. The leader, Razoo. Reckless Tradition going up on the inside. Now he switches around Razoo. South of Belmont, he's going right back through the field, but here's Reckless Tradition. He moves up and grabs Razoo, followed by Rosnat and Cobell, but it's all Reckless Tradition. Reckless Tradition, he's hanging off the track, but he's too good. Reckless Tradition wins at a half length to Razoo, third Rosnat. Very
smart 3-year-old Chulada landed a nice plunge to start 3-1 and take out the fourth. He's in lime green colours and near the outside in the straight.
Little Rickson going for the lick of his life on Southport. It's 8 lengths on Rain Chant. Third Premier Flight, then Countess Daisy. A length further away is Swift Interest, Brave Clipper, 2 Chulada ridden hard from Chief Justice, Spring Pride. Then Reuters News, Harvey's Joy, Zephyr Race a minute back with Fairy God just for Tristram and Heroic Blaze around the corner. And can this horse Southport maintain this thrust? He's coming back. He's about 5 lengths clear. Brave Clipper followed on the inside by Rain Chant, and Chulada is still battling on from Chief Justice. At the 200, Rickson pulls the whip on Southport. Here's Chulada. Chulada coming very quickly with Brave Clipper and Swift Interest on the inside. Chulada on the outer goes to the lead. Chief Justice runs on, but it's going to be Chulada, a mighty performance. Chulada has beaten Chief Justice. Zephyr Race has run third. On the side,
this is the All Greys race, the 5th, and Silver Streak down the extreme outside. Inclined to drift in at the finish, and Dollar lunges to just fail.
Further away is Graceful Boy, One Son of Hope, and then comes Marturus and Grey Condor, 2 to calm Sir Lady Bador, then Baron Blue and Royal Samurai, and the others headed by Dollar. Homeward bound, Rocco Rouge the leader, 4 close second, So Different third, and then on the inside is Grey Girl, a length Grey Condor and Marturus the outside. Rocco Rouge is giving back as a sight. Rocco Rouge past the 200, a length and a half on So Different. Marturus followed by Silver Streak on the outside, coming quickly. Marturus and Silver Streak overhaul Rocco Rouge with Dollar on the outside. Silver Streak in front from Dollar, close to home. Oh, Silver Streak and Dollar have hit it locked together. Very, very tight issue indeed. Now for third, we've got Rocco Rouge, only about...
Pat Wells has promised not to blow his nose while I'm speaking this time. It's the Premier Stakes, and it's Avon Angel in front. She scores nicely from Vari's Ace.
Real Dream. Secret Romance caught wide. Third on the fence, Vari's Ace. 1 to Peaceful Joe between Mighty Planet Deep. On the fence is Lord Balliner, and a further 2 lengths to Indian Raj. No change at the 550. Down near the home corner, and Avon Angel nursed along. 3/4 Real Dream. A length away, third is Secret Romance, closely attended by Vari's Ace, Peaceful Joe. Lord Balliner locked up from Mighty Planet, and Indian Raj whips them in, straightening at the ledger. And the leader on the inside is Avon Angel. Real Dream putting a little pressure to her. Now Barco starting to show the favourite the whip. And as they come to the 200 metres, Avon Angel responding nicely. She kicks a length. Vari's Ace going after her now. Indian Raj getting up on the rails, but Avon Angel, she's in front. Vari's Ace is coming quickly. Avon Angel's going to hang on and win, however. And Avon Angel, given as easy a run as possible, has beaten Vari's Ace by 3/4 of a length. Third was Indian Raj, a nice performance. Saving
King Randell put up a big effort to take out the 7th. He's in the green colours with the red cap. You'll notice him have trouble getting a run in the straight, but once he gets into the clear, he really overpowers them.
Forward charge, Experte. Second last is Gold Sabre, and last of all is Bow Kingdom. The field is packing up, coming along past the 600 metres, and it's always early the leader, but they're starting to close the gap on him now, and coming around the home corner. It's always early, only about a long neck clear on Bright Purple. Bungarby wider out, even deeper McCluskey. Boscafella looking for the run, and then comes Space Lab and Fix the Date, and King Randell is badly cluttered away. 300 to go, always early. 3/4 Bungarby, McCluskey. Boscafella's out, so too is Space Lab, and King Randell, here he comes. King Randell is bullocking his way clear. Bungarby's taken the lead. King Randell after him, and Space Lab is hanging on well. King Randell is going to mow them all down. Oh, geez, a good horse. King Randell from Bungarby and Boscafella. What a mammoth finish.
There's no success for Mick Dittman until the last. It's him out in front on Alabama Bound. He's inclined to ease off the track in the straight, but Dittman nurses him home from Ace It Up.
Forest Falcon, Zephyr's and last of all is Change of Plans, but not all that far from the leader, Alabama Bound. On the corner at the 500, Alabama Bound making play 3/4 of a length on Regal Shah. Vapor Storm getting through on the rails from Prince Celine and Blazing Cotton, and then comes Gluteus Dr. Clockwork, and at the head of the others on the outside is Ace It Up. At the 300, Alabama Bound, a length and a half, Regal Shah, Blazing Cotton third, and Ace It Up is running home very doggedly on the outside, could be a danger. Alabama Bound is the leader, Ace It Up on the outside, finishing quickly, Regal Shah the rail. Alabama Bound is stopping, he's going to hang on, however. Alabama Bound from Go to Woe. Alabama Bound has beaten Ace It Up, third Regal Shah, Change of Plans.
Vintage Dittman to get home there on Alabama Bound. Now the TAB information from Rosehill yesterday. 3 and 11 the double, $77.70, and the treble 13, 3 and 11, $871 even. We'll be back after this break to have a look at the Caulfield meeting. Track was heavy, and we'll be back. Heavily backed Shallowair went bush before the home turn. Michael Barlow was called in by stewards. You can see him going to the extreme outside, lost all winning chance. He was acting under instructions from the trainer here, but presented the race to Ask Again, who scored by 15 lengths.
But in the straight, Ask Again, 6 in front. The boy has a peep over his shoulder. There's only daylight there. Jonaree would be second from Amala and Chelaware right over on the outside. But Ask Again must be 15 lengths in front halfway down the straight. And the grey's going to canter in. Ask Again is going onto the line, and he'll win by about 15 lengths. Second placing may go to Amala just in front of Jonaree.
Second event went to the 10-to-1 chance Mrs. Mainwaring. She moved up to take over here, coming towards the home turn. Went on to defeat Galway Gale, who battled on pretty strongly.
Opiate and 3 to Svelte Princess. On the corner, and Mrs. Mainwaring looks to be going very well, about a half-length Galway Gale under the whip. 2 lengths to Opiate and then Sabinella and a long gap Svelte Princess and Penitent Lady. But Mrs. Mainwaring well clear with 200 metres to go. Out about 5 off the fence. She's drawing right away from Galway Gale. Sabinella and Opiate together next. But Mrs. Mainwaring's going to win by about 5 lengths. Good battle for the minors. Galway Gale's going to hang on for second placing just in front of Sabinella. The leader at
the third event, and Campaign King overcame a betting drift, 5-2 out to 4s. You'll notice him scoot up along the inside in the whitish colours when they straighten. He comfortably defeats Bright Scholar.
On the corner and Lazy Feet showing them a clean pair of heels and doing it easily on the turn. Out about 3 lengths to Bright Scholar, pulled out wide. Campaign King starting to run on nicely along the rails, and there followed further back Sweet Refrain. In the straight, Lazy Feet, the leader, starting to get the stitch. Campaign King's getting to it, and then Bright Scholar. Lazy Feet's rider went for the whip. Campaign King dashed to the lead over on the rails, and Campaign King drew a length and a half clear, is coming right away. Bright Scholar's running on pretty well out wide, but Campaign King will win by about 2 lengths. Bright Scholar second, a length to Lazy Feet third.
Fourth to another 10-to-1 chance, Good Old Days. He is the leader at the turn, kicks strongly and goes on to score nicely from Yorick, who was heavily backed.
Look beaten into the straight, Mutual tackling Good Old Days. They've kicked away about 3 lengths to Yorick. They're followed then by Arctic Blur, who's come from the outside to the inside. Good Old Days in front, Yorick on the outside, and Mutual are trying hard, but Good Old Days has kicked away from them. And with 100 to go, Good Old Days racing away from Yorick. And Good Old Days wins easily. Alas, poor Yorick has run second again. They're followed by Mutual.
Alas, poor Yorick did run second again. Fifth event, Golden Comment from the George Hanlon stable, of course making amends for that first race disaster with Shalaware. Runs on strongly, Golden Comment, to defeat Mr. Mint.
Barley Hunter getting up on the rails. Around the turn, Mr. Mint the leader, narrowly from Ben Farris under the whip, Precipice, Golden Comment. Pushcar looking for the split with Barley Hunter. Mr. Mint in front. He's struggling but hanging on to the lead. He's kicked about a length in front now from Golden Comment. Pushcar running on fairly on the outside. Golden Comment's coming at this leader now, Mr. Mint. Golden Comment's going home the better on the outside. Took the lead from Mr. Mint, Barley Hunter and Pushcar. And Golden Comment goes down to the line to win by a little more than a length.
The sixth was the Rosny Plate, and a great finish. Longwood Lad jumped up out of the ground in the last few strides to defeat Mum's Pride. King Delaware ran on powerfully to get third, and the favourite Richfield's Lad not far away in fifth spot.
Outside, and then King Delamere with 200 to go. Mum's Pride is out after this leader now. Belstani and Longwood Lad on the outside. Mum's Pride's taken the lead. Richfield's Last trying to get up on the inside, and then King Delamere, but Mum's Pride in front near the post. Longwood Lad trying hard on the outside. Mum's Pride just in front as they near the line. Oh, Longwood Lad might have grabbed this.
Winter was very deep on the track coming to the home turn, but once Darren Gouchy got him balanced up in the straight, he went to the line too strongly for Naylord, who did look in when they straightened.
Torville, then Mighty Amigo into the straight, and the leader Naylord going all right on the inside too. Waltzing Nelly's hard at it in second place, and on the outside Winter is trying to pick them up, followed by Regal Damsel, but Naylord clear at the 200, a length and a half in front of Winter, starting to pick it back on the outside now. Winter tackling Naylord's finishing much the better. Winter took the lead, and Winter's coming away from Naylord in the run of the post to score by 2 lengths. Third placing to Waltzing Nelly at the sixth.
Return to Power ran on very strongly to take out the 8th event, which was the Welter. A little bit of money in the ring, 10s into 9s.
And on the corner, 500 out, it's Vera's Boy in front with Aquastar tackling it strongly. 3 lengths to Sky Train. Mighty Lancer starting to run on well, and Pagma Mahal struggling. In the straight, Aquastar, Vera's Boy, Aquastar took the lead. Mighty Lancer going for the inside run, and Return to Power coming from the clouds. It's Vera's Boy strongly battling on with Return to Power and Aquastar. Return to Power out wide, might have its head in front. Return to Power, the leader, 50 metres to go from Aquastar, fighting back on the fence. Nothing in it. Return to Power in front, it'll win. Return to Power's 1.5 head to Aquastar.
Return to Power just getting home there, and the final event was a one-horse affair with Fiery Wanella well clear at this stage. He's getting a bit weary on the line, but My Yokoi couldn't pick him up.
Into the straight, he's given a couple of cracks with the whip to Fiery Wanella. It straightened up 5 lengths in front of Dios. And then Gold Stage running on pretty well from Secret Bouquet. My Yokoi coming with a late run from a long way back, but inside the 200. Fiery Wanella still going strongly, about 4 lengths clear. My Yokoi absolutely flying. It'll run a place, but Fiery Wanella will win. My Yokoi going 10 to its 1 as they get near the line. Fiery Wanella won at about a length to My Yokoi. 3 lengths away, third, Gold Stage. Followed.
Well, the 9 events on a very heavy Caulfield track yesterday. Now the TAB information. The double 5 and 14, $140.60, and the treble 9, 5 and 14 paid $2,063.90. And there was an extra double, but we're not going to show it to you, so I'll tell you. 2 and 6 paid $60 for the extra double.
Very well prepared today.
Queensland's racing minister, Russ Hinds, has one burning ambition, and that's to breed and race a feature winner. And the minister and his wife, Faye, have high hopes of doing just this with their thoroughbred stallions, Copper Kingdom and Decidedly, who stand at the Hinds' Waverley Park stud, Upper Coomera. Copper Kingdom, one of Queensland and Australia's top sires, finished second only to the remarkable ill-fated veteran Claudius in prize money won lists last season. With his oldest crop just 5-year-olds, Copper Kingdom has left the winners of more than $250,000 in prize money last season. The likes of Golden Nugget winner Foreign Interest, stakes place getters Irish Quill, Main Kingdom and Keystador, and handy city class performers How to Blush and Lady Nijinsky have helped fly the Copper Kingdom flag. No slouch on the track himself, Copper Kingdom won 3 races in the United States and is from arguably the greatest bloodline in the world today. His sire, the well-performed Northern Dancer stallion Nijinsky II, has a great record at stud, and Copper Kingdom is carrying on that family tradition. Meanwhile, Decidedly, a son of Sir Tristram, is from one of the most sought-after bloodlines in the racing industry. And as a stakes winner of the Queen's Cup at Eagle Farm, Decidedly should make plenty of appeal to broodmare owners in this, his first season at stud. The winner of 5 races, Decidedly is a half-brother to 4 winners, including the AJC Oaks place getter Lady Ella. So with Copper Kingdom at $3,000 and Decidedly at $1,250, Waverley Park Stud is appealing to broodmare owners and giving them plenty of scope to book to either horse.
Studmaster Alan Young, what is it about Copper Kingdom that appeals to you the most?
Well, he's a very nice type of a horse. He's a beautiful temperament, and he's bred right, and he's getting winners.
Decidedly, how are the bookings there?
Yeah, a lot of interest in him, yeah. Well, he's a nicely bred horse again. St Tristram, I believe, Delamere, he should get horses.
Affected track. The stewards conferred with trainer Barry Higgins before the scratching deadline and gave it the start their blessing, and it was a very, very good run by Prince Frolic to finish third. In fact, it looks as though he's headed for a great spring carnival. The winner of the flying handicap was Swiftly Roman, and his effort well above average, and he's another one heading south. First event at Doomben yesterday went to Making Time. Very, very cool ride here from Cyril Small. Making Time, and with a very powerful finish to wear down the leader, Crafty Indian.
50 metres left to go. Crafty Indian looks to be going very easily out in front. He's coasting at the moment. He's 3 lengths clear of Mr. Omega. In third place, El Jadadi, then Making Time, starting a run on the outside. Galaxy Gull on the rails, and then Surf Sensation. They run around the home turn, 350 metres out. Crafty Indian still nicely clear. He's 3 lengths in front, Making Time, making ground on the outside. Then Mr. Omega, Galaxy Gal. 200 metres left to go. Crafty Indian still the leader. He's about 2 lengths in front. Making Time trying hard to pick him up, and he's coming pretty quickly now. Making Time. Crafty Indian's just in front. Making Time swamping him at the end. Races up, goes to the lead and won it by a neck. Making Time first. Crafty Indian second. 4 lengths away third. Galaxy Gal with...
He's a smart horse, Making Time on his day, and I feel sure he's going to make the grade into open class. Second event went to Gold Jade, well ridden by Ken Russell. Gold Jade was always prominent. He's your second turning for home. That's him going up to the leader, Alvo Lad, and he just wore that leader down in the straight. The heavily backed Mr. Irish Rogue battled on strongly to get second.
Alvo Lad, the leader, a neck in front of Gold Jade, and Mr. Irish Rogue is beautifully placed fourth on the inside of Hello Prince. A length and a half to Valentinos, then Nukia Silver Magnum and Short Measure. Around the home turn, 350 metres out, and the lead Alvo Lad just in front. Gold Jade having a crack at the top weight on the outside. Mr. Irish Rogue pulled to the outside, running on fairly well, but he's under a lot of pressure. Then Hello Prince and Nukia. Gold Jade just in front of Alvo Lad. Mr. Irish Rogue trying hard on the outside. Gold Jade's just in front. Alvo Lad kicking again on the inside. Gold Jade about a neck in front of Alvo Lad. Then Mr. Irish Rogue. They hit the line. Gold Jade first. Gold Jade has won it. Photo second and third. Mr. Irish Rogue and Longwood Lad in a...
It was a cool, calm and collected Ken Russell there at the finish on Gold Jade. Hands and heels. Their winning margin only a half length, but Russell nursed that horse home. Third event went to Splendid Performer, who's actually in second spot here behind the tearaway leader, Keto Girl, who was only a nose in it at the finish.
Keto Girl, 4 lengths clear. Splendid Performer second. Shamrock Miss picking up ground on the outside. Then Snowcap, 2 lengths to Coppermint on the outside of Splendid Flight. Grand Cindy now making a quick dash on the outside. She's going forward. Then Golden Reflection, Royal Wagon. Prance is well back in the field as they swing around the home turn, and Call Me Kathy's last. Keto Girl's the leader. 300 metres left to go. She's about a length and a half in front of Splendid Performer running on strongly. Then Snowcap, Shamrock Miss, Grand Cindy and Prance to the outside. 150 metres out. Keto Girl just in front. Splendid Performer running on gamely on the outside. She's the only danger to Keto Girl. She's moved up. She's poked her nose in front. Splendid Performer. Keto Girl kicked again on the inside. They hit it. And there's nothing in this at all. Very close. Splendid Performer or Keto Girl. Snowcap may have got third just in front of...
Well, Splendid Performer and Neil Williams getting the verdict there, but in fact, after they went past the post, Neil Williams told Belle and the lady jockey Iris Nielsen that she'd managed to edge him back out. But it was, in fact, on the outside, Splendid Performer, desperately ridden by Williams. Keto Girl on the inside, Nielsen riding quietly, and Keto Girl kicks right back in the final stride. There's nothing in it as they hit the line. I think, in fact, about half a stride past the post, Keto Girl had reclaimed the lead. Fourth event was the second Peter Pan Maiden, and Carl Simons on Rundle Prince successful here. He's in second place as they come towards the home turn. Admiral Don makes a searching run around the outside to hit the front, but Rundle Prince kicked back to defeat him decisively at the finish.
Push back through the field, picking up ground by Rena's Heart on the outside, and then Trad Janice and Gallant Revival on the home turn, just short of 400 metres to go, and it's a great battle for the lead. Admiral Don the Grey swept up on the outside and joined Rundle Prince in Cordair in third place, then Zephyrina Rising and Captain Kane. 250 metres to go. Admiral Don the outside just in front of Rundle Prince, who's kicking again. Rundle Prince and Admiral Don, they're fighting it out. Rundle Prince and Admiral Don, they're locked together. Rundle Prince is just in front of Admiral Don. Rundle Prince about a neck in front of Admiral Don. Myrena's Heart into third place. They hit the line, and Rundle Prince has beaten Admiral Don. Rundle Prince first, Admiral Don second. 4 lengths away third, Myrena's Heart then.
Rundle Prince, a courageous effort, and I think he can score again too. Might be one to follow. They were the first 4 from Doomben yesterday. We'll take a break and come back and have a look at the Flying Handicap and Prince Frolic.
Swiftly Roman, Bold Jet, a length then to Prince Frolic, who's starting a run. He's bringing him to the outside. He's going forward, and Tristram's Edition is a long last. On the home turn, 450 metres left to go. Zephyr Cruiser joined by Some Unit, a length away third, Roman Knight, then Selwyn, followed by Gaelic Chief, White Jewel, Swiftly Roman, and Prince Frolic to the extreme outside. 300 metres out, Some Unit joins Zephyr Cruiser. Roman Knight coming at them on the outside. The boy on Roman Knight snuck a look over the shoulder. He's looking for the dangers. Running on fairly well as Swiftly Roman, and Prince Frolic is winding up on the outside. It's Roman Knight in front. Swiftly Roman's coming at him pretty quickly now. Roman Knight just in front of Swiftly Roman, and Prince Frolic flying on the outside. They hit it. Swiftly Roman, I think, got up to beat Roman Knight. Nothing in it at all. It's a photo finish between Swiftly Roman, Roman Knight, and Prince Frolic as ahead.
We'll take nothing away from the 3-year-old Swiftly Roman. His effort at his first start since June was excellent, but it was Prince Frolic with the giant strides in the final 50 metres who was really the talking point after this race. Now here at the 100 metres, it's Roman Knight in the black colours on his inside slicing through, Graham Watson on Swiftly Roman, and here's Prince Frolic really winding up and surging home in the last 100 metres, and I think in another 50 metres or so he would have been really attacking Swiftly Roman. So those 2 horses now to head to Sydney, and I'm sure they're going to acquit themselves very well down there in the top class races. The next was the Carbine Maiden, Viva Nonsense. He's actually in front at this stage. Kerry Smith going for home on him, and he outplugs Nambasket and Capnos.
Then Noble Charmer, followed by Capnos, picking up ground Red Oregon, and then Amos Malay, Duchess Bourbon, Young Challenger, and Roll the Swag to the outside. Viva Nonsense clear as they straighten up. 300 metres left to go. He kicked away. He's almost 2 in front. Nambasket in second place. Capnos running on fairly well. Then Red Oregon, Young Challenger, Roll the Swag down the outside. But Viva Nonsense is nicely clear. 150 metres to go. He looks as though he's got it won. He's 2 lengths in front of Nambasket. Then Capnos, Young Challenger, and Roll the Swag. But it's Viva Nonsense in front close to home. He's got no gas in the tank, but he's going to win it. And Viva Nonsense scores by a length. Nambasket second, 3 lengths away third, Capnos.
Some weary old horses in the wake of Viva Nonsense there. The 7th, Neil Williams, wrapped up a winning double with a flashing finish on Sir Turn to get there in the last bound from Hasten Jason and Dancing Poet.
Clear of Roidemore, then Brave Field and Dark Fury together. Dark Fury going forwards, followed then by Aqua Copper and then Verdict. Sir Turn picking up ground, then Artillery. Smart and Grand well back with Light Sunset. Further back came Royal Archives, Felinity and Limeway into the straight. Hasten Jason has taken the lead. Hasten Jason a half length in front of Dancing Poet. Lawmaker dropping out of it. Roidemore boxing on fairly well, followed by Aqua Copper and then Brave Field, Dark Fury and Saturn down the outside. Hasten Jason in front, 150 to go. Dancing Poet battling on fairly well. Saturn flying home on the outside. It's Hasten Jason in front. Saturn's jumping up out of the ground. It's going to be close. They hit it. Oh, gee, it is close. Very close. Hasten Jason or Saturn. Saturn sprouted wings the last little bit and flashed at Hasten.
Well, it was an exciting finish there. Neil Williams coming with giant strides on Saturn in the last 100 metres. We'll show you the slow-mo now. And this is inside the 100. It's Hasten Jason just in front. Dancing Poet feeling the strain, and in the blue colours lunging with Sir Turn. And I think that he definitely is a horse that we can follow through the classes, only lightly raced. Final event, and My Politician gave Jeff Costello a win at his last meeting here before heading back down to the Wagga area. That's him going up on the whitish colours into second place to join Yolson Lad. And these two had a tremendous struggle in the straight.
500 metres left to go. Yolson Lad just in front. My Politician putting in a dash on the outside. Canabra's a length away third. Then Diamond Heights. Newsflash held up for a run just behind them. Then Cabaret Kingdom, Diamond Heights, and Calm Jet over on the inside. Straightening up now. 350 metres out. My Politician loomed up on the outside. Joins Yolson Lad. Canabra running on 30. Well, then Newsflash, Calm Jet, Chance Ali down the outside. 150 metres to go. My Politician just in front of Yolson Lad, who's kicking again on the inside. It's My Politician and Yolson Lad. They're going stride for stride. There's going to be nothing in this. My Politician and nose in front of Yolson Lad. They hit it close. Very close. My Politician or Yolson Lad. Close for third as well. Canabra, Cabaret Kingdom and...
It was a finish to have Belle and a trainer, Kevin Nipris, really squirming. He was defeated there with Yolson Lad, and earlier in the day, in the third event, Keto Girl also going down by centimetres, so wasn't Kevin's day. Now the TAB information, 8 and 6 the double, $116.10, 4, 8 and 6 the Doomben treble, $1,621.60, while 6-pick jackpots, no one getting Division 1, and the numbers there, 4, 4, 9, 13, 8 and 6, and a couple of good dividends for Divisions 2 and 3.
And Bart Sinclair returns after this break to tell us how Let's Get Physical ran out of puff.
It's tailor-made. He led comfortably, but very disappointing in the straight yesterday. He actually missed a place. He was cut out of third right on the line by the Flying Acumen, but more of that later. First event was the Forrester Handicap, and it went to Mick Dittman on Really Pretty. Solidly back to start 6 to 1. Really Pretty just off the pace coming to the turn, and under vigorous riding from Dittman gets home from Up Dancing.
Jordana, Sudden Impulse badly wedged away, and Tetris is second last as they straighten up, and Up Dancing tackles Carlo's Girl. Really Pretty pouncing upon Up Dancing, followed by Regal Shivers getting up on the rails. An English Lady coming down the outside. It's Up Dancing just in front of Really Pretty. English Lady on the outside. Really Pretty getting Up Dancing now. Dittman rides hard, and Really Pretty draws away on the line to win a neck. Really Pretty's beaten second home on the inside. Up Dancing and third.
Magnetic Island stormed around the outside to take out the second. It was a great finish. Heroic Blaze slicing through in the centre to get second.
Homeward bound, an exciting race. Night Eye just the leader. Bosca Fellas dropped off. Young Charger and Brass Band come into it. Dynamo gets the split. Space Lab on the outside. Rush Cutter getting through nearer to the inside from Magnetic Island. Young Charger grabbed by Dynamo, Brass Band, Rush Cutter on the outside. Here's Magnetic Island coming quickly. They're all over the place, but Magnetic Island with Heroic Blaze come away, but Magnetic Island's done too well.
The third was the up-and-coming stakes, and Let's Get Physical. The grey in front, he was odds on, but he was run down. Timothy taking out the race from Silver Champagne, and look out for Acumen. He's actually last at this stage.
A little more than a length on Silver Champagne, and he's doing it well to fave. Third is Osaka, followed by Timothy, niggled out of shade by Duggan. Then Senchai from Acumen, and the roughie drops out last, just too good. Let's Get Physical, about 3/4 of a length to a length. Silver Champagne as they come round the corner. In third position, Osaka, followed by Timothy on the outside. They straighten, and de Montfort gives Let's Get Physical rein. Osaka the inside from Silver Champagne, and Timothy on the outside. He's nursing on Let's Get Physical. Timothy on the outside is bridging the gap. Now he pulls the whip on Let's Get Physical. Timothy's cutting him down. Timothy's going home better on the outside, and Timothy is going to win.
The fourth event went to Whinavi, solidly back to start 9-2. He's in second place in the white colours on the outside.
One to Satin Sand, and then Funds of Fortune and Vain Top straightening up. And Mr. Godson a length and a half on Whinavi, hanging in a shade, straightened up and is coming at the leader. Winzali is third on the rails, followed by Satin Sand, battling on courageously. Whinavi takes the lead. Satin Sand a length and a half second, and then Winzali, but Whinavi's travelling smoothly. He's home, and Whinavi goes to the post and wins it a length and a half. Satin Sand.
The favourite Riverdale, a little disappointing in the Warwick Stakes. He's in the red colours on the fence. He gets a nice run through on the inside, but Castanillia and Rising Prince were the first pair home.
And then Row of Waves, Lord of Camelot, hard ridden from Handy Proverb. And then comes Burrabilly, very wide Bounty Hawk making a dash from Late Show, and Prolific last as they pack. On the point of the corner past the 400 metres, and the baldy face Rising Prince showing in the lead from Castanillia, with Riverdale as Rising Prince hangs. Riverdale getting a beautiful run up on the inside, past the 250, and Rising Prince's rider goes for the whip. Riverdale's pegging it back with Castanillia, and then Bounty Hawk on the outside with Handy Proverb. It's Riverdale, Castanillia, Rising Prince, free in line. Castanillia puts his nose in front. Castanillia!
The sixth, the Silver Shadow Stakes, and a very impressive performance here from Shankhill Lass. Great ride by Mick Dittman, just behind the speed and careers away in the straight.
Followed by Union Girl, and a gap of a length to Normandy Bay, Bluegrass Dancer, and Heat of the Moment around the corner. And the well-tried Cryptic Versus taking the lead from Vain Princess. Barloo hanging. Here's Shankhill Lass getting out, and Shankhill Lass swept upon Cryptic Verse, heads her off. On the outside, Heat of the Moment running home with Fleet Invader, but Shankhill Lass in front. On the outside, Heat of the Moment finishing quickly, but all in vain, and Shankhill Lass untroubled. Shankhill Lass goes home to beat Silver.
The seventh went to Fix the Date. He careered to the lead before the 200 and went on to defeat Gifted King very easily.
400, and per medium of the inside running, Kentish just shades into Hope's Gifted King. It's a beautiful run between them, but Fix the Date swoosh around the outside, and Fix the Date shot away. Home Office back running seventh, but past the 200 metres, and it's Fix the Date about 2.5 Gifted King, making no impression. Then comes Brummel, who but Fix the Date. The rider Duggan shows at the whip, but it's got a bolt in. Fix the Date by a length and 3/4 to Gifted King. Third Brummel, who...
Fix the Date ridden by John Duggan, who also took out the final event on Colour Page, handy to the turn, and just holds on from Steeler Steel and Tall Silver.
Almost three in line on the bend. All-nighter Grab Visible Star. Colour Page comes at all-nighter. Fair Verdict back in sixth position. They straighten up and Colour Page is drawn clear. Second is all-nighter, followed by Tall Silver getting out of the pack. Fair Verdict won't go on with it, and down the outside, here's Steeler Steel. Duggan pulls the whip on Colour Page. On the outside, running home pretty well is Steeler Steel with Tall Silver. Colour Page still in front from Steeler Steel. Colour Page is hanging on. He's home.
Well, that was the Warwick Farm meeting yesterday. We're really getting into the cream races now in the Spring Carnival in Sydney. And look now at the double and treble information. 8 and 10 the double, $51.40. 8, 8 and 10 the treble, $414 even. Oh, extra double, 5 and 1 paid $16.90.
Thank you, Bart.
Sort of heavy, I suppose. And the star performer was King Delamere in the Liston Stakes, making amends for his second in that event last year. Opening race there yesterday was the Berwick Handicap, 1,600 metres. Dynamic Dancer was too strong for Vice-like Grip, and Lots of Rule in the blue colours on the inside looked a winning chance halfway down the straight, but faded at the finish.
Vice-like Grip with 150 to go, and Dynamic Dancer got to the lead. Lots of Rule is bullocking through in the centre to join it from on the inside past left. It's still Dynamic Dancer ahead in front of on the inside. Lots of Rule. It's Dynamic Dancer about a head clear. Lots of Rule trying hard, but Dynamic Dancer drawing away and coming home again. Vice-like Grip the outside, but Dynamic Dancer is going on to win it by about 2 lengths. Very close for the minors. Getting up on the line. Vice-like Grip for second, and nose away third is Lots of Rule.
Favourite Touch of Genius looked all over a winner halfway down the straight in the second, but Delightful Belle flashed home, switched back to the inside in the last 100 metres to edge out the favourite.
2 lengths away, San Juan Amigo, Gemini Flyer, and then Delightful Belle, followed by Starlap and Smart Vid. But this one's bolting Touch of Genius with 300 to go. It drew 2 lengths to Lazy Feet. Delightful Belle getting out late, going out after Touch of Genius. Touch of Genius in front, Delightful Belle flying home. He's gone for the whip on Touch of Genius. Delightful Belle grabbing it, going up on the inside as they hit the line, and Delightful Belle got up. Delightful Belle's one of the half head to Touch of Genius. 5 lengths away third, Lazy Feet.
Stout staying performance by Redolind to take out the third. He's in the red cap. He goes to the lead about the 250 metres and comes away under hard whip riding.
Charm the outside and Chogham trying to push through in the centre. Planinka is under the whip. With 2.50 to go, Ask Again, just the leader. He can't get away from Brinkworth. Redolind getting out's the danger with Fearless Charm. Planinka's running in behind them. Redolind got to the lead from Ask Again at the 200. On the outside, Fearless Charm and Brinkworth fighting back on the fence. Redolind the leader, however. He's coming away as they get near the line, and Redolind goes on to win by 2 lengths to Fearless Charm. Ask Again in the centre might have got third from Brinkworth. Not much between the three of them.
Fourth one easily by Patience Reward. Well tried to start 6-1 in the pink colours, much too strong in the straight.
Then came Miss Centimore, Patience Reward. My Yakoi's out about 6 wide with Gold Stage, and Bronze Splendor trying to get a run. Velveret grabbed by Eve's Risk with 200 to go. Patience Reward coming at them from Gold Stage. My Yakoi still racing greenly under the whip. Patience Reward getting to Eve's Risk with 150 to go, and Patience Reward striding away from Eve's Risk. Well back Velveret and Condescend, My Yakoi, Bronze Splendor, but Patience Reward wins 2.5 lengths to Eve's Risk. Going to be a good battle for third placing as they get to the line. Bronze Splendor got up for third.
Here's the Liston from the start. King Delamere settles in a beautiful spot fourth, and he's too strong in the straight for Luther's Luck and Kiwi Slave.
From Gala Wish and Luther's Luck, Tristark a length. King Delamere up fifth today. They're followed by Dynasty Prince Fine Offer getting up on the fence from Contemplation. Kiwi Slave wide from Moss Kingdom, and Last Wise Decision. At the 1,000, Bow Mistress, 3 parts to Luther's Luck, 1.5 lengths, Gala Wish, 1/2 Tristark. Wonder Fine Offer and King Delamere, 1 length, Kiwi Slave, and they were followed further back by Dynasty Prince and Contemplation. 3 to Moss Kingdom and a couple away in last placing Wise Decision. 8.50 to go, about to come down the hill, and Bow Mistress, 3 parts to Luther's Luck. It's been an even pace, they haven't gone all that fast. Wonder Gala Wish, 1/2 to King Delamere, now up fourth. 1 length further back, Kiwi Slave, who's been trapped deep throughout. Then Fine Offer, Contemplation pushing up in the centre, 1 length further back, Dynasty Prince, Tristark losing ground from Moss Kingdom, and a gap to Wise Decision. They're on the turn, 500 to go. Bow Mistress, 1/2 length to Luther's Luck. Wonder King Delamere easing to the outside from Gala's Wish, and then follows Kiwi Slave. Then Contemplation at the head of the others. At the 400, she can't get away, Bow Mistress. Luther's Luck's got her. King Delamere went up to them easily on the outside from Contemplation, and then Kiwi Slave. Luther's Luck took the lead. King Delamere grabbing it now from Kiwi Slave at the 200, and King Delamere strode to the lead from Luther's Luck, and then Kiwi Slave and Fine Offer, and King Delamere is going to win it easily. 1.5 lengths to Luther's Luck, 2 lengths away third, Kiwi Slave. On the corner,
sixth went to the favourite Asher Star. Very impressive performance this, and looks as though he can go on his winning way.
Next, and My Good Fella behind them on the fence from In Repute. Coming up to the 300 metre mark now, and it's a good battle. Black Charleston still there with Asher Star and I'm No Saint under the whip, the 3 of them. It's on the outside, Asher Star taking the lead now from Black Charleston. I'm No Saint fighting back, Asher Star just the leader, drawing away a length in front. Oh, he's coming right away from them now, dash 2 lengths in front, and Asher Star is going to canter in. Scores by more than 2 lengths. Good battle for the minor placings. Nothing much in this. Nearly a dead heat for the minors. Black Charleston on the rails, and I'm No Saint. And
Big Plunge landed in the 7th when Clear Lady successful. Second at the home turn. Just sprints away and goes on to a very, very impressive win. 6 lengths the margin.
They were followed then behind those horses by Golden Twig. Cena running on fairly well, and then Sunday Star and Sabanella. But Clear Lady coasted the lead at the 200. He's had to feel for the whip now as Golden Twig battles back from Windstar Girl. But with 150 to go, Clear Lady bursts away from Golden Twig, and they're followed by Highland Soldier and Cena battling on. But Clear Lady wins by 5 lengths to Golden Twig. Cena was third. Down to the 600.
Final event went to Santa Oriane. Big finish down the centre of the track to get to the front about 150 metres out.
3 deep. Then Christina followed by Spring Pleasure and Boletto looking for the rails run from Santa Oriane. Cara's Girl, the leader, kicked away 1.5 lengths into the straight from Heavenly Power. Lady Ravetta's struggling. They're followed by Belle Spirit, Spring Pleasure, Santa Oriane under the whip from Christina. Cara's Girl getting the stitch at the 200. Here's Santa Oriane with a big run. Santa Oriane's gobbling up Heavenly Power, and Cara's Girl with 100 to go. Santa Oriane dashed to the lead now from Heavenly Power, Cara's Girl and Lady Damiani, and Santa Oriane wins it easily, more than 2 lengths. Second, Heavenly Power. Third placing to Lady Damiani.
It was the Sandown meeting yesterday, now the TAB information, and the double numbers 2 and 5, $17.70, 8, 2 and 5, the treble combination, $115.10, and the extra double from Sandown, 1 and 9, paid $38.
And goal display.
Wando's made a half length in front. Satin Shoes running second under the whip. Gold Display out of the pack after the champion as they run to the corner. Then Parker Star and Eldamore straightening up now. 250 metres left to go, and he goes full bore on Wando's mate. He's a length in front. Gold Display is trying hard on the outside. The crowd's roaring for Wando's mate. Gold Display is picking him up. He pulls the whip on Wando's mate. He's not going to give in without a fight. Gold Display lunged at him and picked him up right on the line. Gold Display first. Gold Display has beaten Wando's mate.
If finishes like that don't bring the crowds back to harness racing, I don't know what will. What a mighty Wanella dividend. 2-1 for Wando's mate and Gold Display. Full credit to the mare, but what a great run by Wando's mate, racing without cover and fighting on as he did at his first start for 7 months. He'll be a much improved horse next time out. Race 7, the third leg of the treble.
He was really in superb form yesterday. This is probably the pick of his rides. Had an awkward alley, but quickly got over on the fence. That's Valentinos third, going very cosily at this stage.
The Channel Talk next on the outside of Premium and Capnos as they come down the side. 650 metres left to go. Ising doing it pretty easily. Ising just in front. In second place, Manpower. Valentinos in a beautiful position third, easing off the rails now, about to be popped the question, followed by Lockmate Argent Dancer. Further back, Berserk, New Kia, and then Prince Halloween, who's picking up ground. Around the corner, 350 metres left to go. Ising just in front, joined quickly by Valentinos. Valentinos swept up on the outside, went to the lead from Ising. New Kia and Channel Talk running on fairly well, and Lockmate right down the outside with a good run. Valentinos in front, under pressure. Finishing gamely, New Kia, and on the outside, Lockmate. He's kicked again, Valentinos. Lockmate trying hard on the outside. Valentinos just in front of Lockmate. They hit the line. He's won it, Valentinos. Valentinos first, Lockmate second, third, New Kia. Then...
Not a bad effort by the runner-up Lockmate. I think he should soon break through. The second went to Gold Coast trained Dare to be Grand. He looks a smart performer. This is his third win in his past 4 starts. He was smartly away and settled in second place, just on the heels of the leader, Sir Elwes. He put pressure on that horse after they straightened and went on to score by 3 lengths. Final move made up ground late to get third.
Mr. Huggy, who's pushed along a little bit. Last of all, final move. Down the side, 650 metres to go. Sir Elwes still doing it pretty easily. Leads by a half length. Dare to be Grand second, racing on the outside of the leader. A half length away third on the rails, Common Man. 2 to even seal. Then Parnassus, Mr. Huggy, and final move. Onto the home turn, 450 metres to go. Sir Elwes just in front of Dare to be Grand as they straighten up. They both run off the rails a little bit, and there's plenty of room for Common Man there if he's good enough. Then Parnassus, even seal, and Mr. Huggy. Dare to be Grand loomed up on the outside of Sir Elwes with 250 to go. And the favourite's going like a winner. He shot away from Sir Elwes, and it's Dare to be Grand about a length and a half in front of Sir Elwes. Then Common Man and final move making up ground on the outside. And it's going to be an easy one for Dare to be Grand. And Dare to be Grand goes away to win it by 2 lengths. Sir Elwes second, final move a length away third.
The third was the Leafaloo graduation over 2,020 metres, and Arctic Haze made it 2 wins in succession, and he scored quite decisively, only a neck in it at the finish, but he always looked in control. Surfcaster getting second, and King's Bishop battling on for third.
Surfcaster, 2 lengths to Valentino ridden along. Second last is Longwood Prince and New Year's last. As they head down the side, 650 metres left to go. There's plenty of pressure on the leader now. Golden Tanaco joined very quickly by Hanger in the middle, and he's basically pulled his way to the lead. Hanger. He's about a half length in front of Golden Tanaco, who's hard ridden. Barbara's Boy is a half length away third, but out wide. 2 lengths then to King's Bishop, followed by Arctic Haze, then Surfcaster Effectual. Gotha Street next on the rails, and then New Year, Luskin Prince, King Pendragon, and Valentino. As they straighten up, 300 metres to go. And here's the favourite coming up very quickly on the outside, Arctic Haze. He raced up to join a Hanger. King's Bishop running on fairly well, and then Surfcaster. Arctic Haze in front of King's Bishop, who's trying hard, and then Surfcaster. Arctic Haze in front. King's Bishop is coming at him. Surfcaster on the outside. Arctic Haze is hanging on. He's going to be a little too good, Arctic Haze. Yes, he's won it. Arctic Haze first, Bio next, Surfcaster second, King's Bishop third, then New...
The fourth was the Alcimedes Handicap, and the open class fields in Brisbane at the moment are moderate, I think would be about the best description you could give of them. Charles Heidsieck took out the prize here from Bettim, the New Zealander, now trained by Bruce McLaughlin. His effort was encouraging. He should pick up one of these. Pulsemaker battling on for third.
Pulsemaker down the side, only 3 lengths between first and last, 600 metres left to go. Beautrelet niggled along a little bit, leads by 3/4 of a length on Charles Heidsieck. Bettim starting around on the outside, Dancer Man on the rails, and Pulsemaker's now last. On the home turn, 450 metres left to go. Beautrelet joined quickly by Charles Heidsieck on the outside. Bettim is now Pop, the big question. He's running on fairly well. Dancing Man going for a run on the inside, and then Pulsemaker. Charles Heidsick in front, 250 metres to go. Leads by a half length. Bedham trying hard on the outside. Russell goes for the whip now on Bedham. He's still about a half length off the leader. Charles Heidsick just in front of Bedham. Williams riding hard on Charles Heidsick. He's a neck in front. Bedham trying hard. Charles Heidsick just hanging on to the lead. They hit the line, and he's just won at Charles Heidsick. Charles Heidsick first by a half head. Second, Bedham, and third, Pulsemaker.
That was the second of Neil Williams' winning treble at Doomben yesterday. We'll take a break now and come back and have a look at the remainder of the Doomben card. Welcome back to Sports Scene as we continue our look at the Doomben meeting yesterday. Race 5 was the Sir Tristram Flying. It went to the solidly back to Kuchek back in Brisbane after a stint in North Queensland, and he's found his best form. Good ride by Kerry Smith too to come with a well-timed run and defeat Splendid Performer.
Flash Lady and Bellini, followed by Hewitt and Gypsy Circle going forward on the inside. Cusack's back in the field. Last of all, Kelly's Pool down the side, 600 metres out. Some unit by a length and a half on Splendid Performer, who's pushed along. Flash Lady a length and a half away third, followed by Rich Duke and Uncle Joe on the outside. Then Cusack, Bellini, Gypsy Circle, Hewitt and Kelly's Pool still along last. Around the home turn, 350 metres to go. Some unit about a half length in front. Splendid Performer second on the outside. Rich Duke sticking to the inside. Followed by Cusack running on gamely with Flash Lady and then Bellini. Splendid Performer raced up, went to the lead at the 200. It's Splendid Performer a length and a half in front. Here's Cusack with a great run on the outside. He's storming home. Splendid Performer in front. Cusack going out after Splendid Performer. He reaches the lead and races away the last little bit. He wants to roll back towards the fence, but he's too good for them, Cusack. And Cusack won it by almost a length. Splendid Performer second. It's tight for third. It's between Bellini, Flash Lady and Gypsy Circle. Then
the sixth was the graduation for the fillies and mares, and a good ride out in front by Lyle Appo on Freckles Brown, the former Sydney mare. She defeated Prance narrowly and Cooper Queen close up third.
Followed by Solitary Queen and then Prance Splendid Flight, and last bailed out. 600 metres to go. Freckles Brown sneaking away, almost two in front of Cooper Queen and Golden Reflection. Snowcap fourth on the outside of Solitary Queen. Prance going forward. Monufia lost her position. She dropped back. She's third last on the inside of Splendid Flight and then bailed out. Straightening up, Freckles Brown clear as they flatten for the run-in. She's a length and a half clear. In second place, Cooper Queen running on fairly well, then Golden Reflection. Prance down the outside and then Solitary Queen. 150 metres to go. Freckles Brown just in front. Cooper Queen on the outside trying hard. And now Prance is hitting top gear. Freckles Brown is kicked again on the inside. She's just in front of Cooper Queen and Prance flashing at them. Close to home, they hit it. Very close. Tight between Freckles Brown and Prance. They're wide apart. A half head away third, Cooper Queen.
To show you now the slow motion of the final 150 metres or so, and it'll show three outstanding young riders. Very vigorous whip work from Appo on the inside on Freckles Brown, Shane Scriven on Cooper Queen, one out, and here's Neil Williams on Prance. But it's Lyle Appo on the inside getting the most out of Freckles Brown. Cooper Queen almost reached the lead, but she's died on a run, and it was left to Prance with a late surge to almost pick up Freckles Brown. But they're three outstanding young jockeys, and I'm sure they'd acquit themselves in any company anywhere. Seventh was the Vice Regal novice, and Scriven, who was beaten narrowly into third place there on Cooper Queen, made amends when he scored on the former New Zealander Leon Uris.
Away third, then Prince Nam Nan, Monruler fifth over on the rails. A length and a half to Varigate, followed by Royal Archives and Verdict together, then Leonoris Wonga Wallen. Snuffed out well back in the field, Crimson Shale, Tristram's Destiny and Dark Empress last. To the home turn, 450 metres to go. Noble Jones and Hasten Jason, they're locked together. A length and a half away third is Hale Report, then Prince Nam Nam Monruler. Royal Archives to the outside running on fairly well, and then Varigate and Leonoris and Verdict in trouble on the bend. Straightening up, 300 metres to go. Noble Jones and Hasten Jason together. Royal Archives is a danger on the outside, flashing at these leaders now. Then Leonoris and Crimson Shale coming home strongly. Royal Archives loomed up to Noble Jones. Here's Leonoris coming at Royal Archives. Royal Archives and Leonoris. Leonoris poked his nose in front right on the post and got up to win it.
The final event was the Agricola graduation, and it was Neil Williams again on Beal Bangira. He summed it up very well in the early stages. There was no speed on, so he let Beal Bangira roll to the lead. He just withstood a great finish by Main Fusilier.
And then Cabaret Kingdom, Copperman starting a run, and then Ballina Road, Canabra and Main Fusilier. They're packing up as they race down the side. Only about 4 lengths between first and last. Beal Bangira the leader. Beal Bangira neck in front. Second on the outside is Caesar's Rock. Going up very quickly as Copperman. Folkestone Bay and that bunch as well. Dusky Legend just behind them. Then Canabra, Main Fusilier, Ballina Road and Cabaret Kingdom straightening up. 350 metres to go. Bilbangra, the leader, just in front of Caesar's Rock. Folkestone Bay running on strongly on the outside. Coppermint is easing out, way out until the middle of the track, and then Dusky Legend. Bilbangra's kicked again. Bilbangra's about a length and a half in front. Here comes Main Fusilier with a great run down the outside. It's Bilbangra in front. Main Fusilier flying. They hit it. Bilbangra. Bilbangra's just won it, I think. Bilbangra or Main Fusilier in a photo. Close for third as well. Ballina Road and Canabra.
Wayne Wilson thought correctly. It was Bilbangra just holding on. We'll show you now the slow motion, and look how quickly Main Fusilier finishes down the outside. At this stage, looked 10-1 on Bilbangra to score decisively, but in these last giant strides, Main Fusilier cuts the ground away from the Toowoomba 3-year-old, who may now go to Sydney. But Main Fusilier, he certainly deserves to break through in the city. He's been unlucky on a couple of occasions recently. Look now at the TAB information from the Doomben meeting, and the double was 10 and 5, $45 even. 2 10 and 5 the treble, $216.10, and 6-pick, a good dividend there, $43,715, and a nice jumble of numbers, 2 4 10 3 5 and 7. So odds and evens coming up yesterday.
Thank you, Bart.
Wake up.
Yeah, no, I was ready to go after this break. It's Rosehill Cup and Peter Pan Stakes Day. Then got suspended, Bart.
Yes, the steward's outed Quinton until September 21 for his ride on Handy Proverb, and he's normally a pretty level-headed fellow, Quinton, but he apparently took the decision of the stewards very badly. He accused them of taking the competitiveness out of his riding. It's his second suspension in recent weeks, but he's going to miss a few meetings, but we'll be back for the major Randwick meetings at the end of September, early October. First event at Rosehill yesterday in Queensland, and Russ Hinds desperately unlucky with Lord Waverley going under by the narrowest of margins to Black Valley.
Straightening up now. Mondial joins Moto on the outside. Black Valley. Lord Waverley can't get a crack at them, and then Prince Celine followed by Calm Sir and King Kiev. They come past the 200. Cook goes to the inside on Lord Waverley. It's coming quickly. Black Valley goes with it from Moto. Lord Waverley and Black Valley. Lord Waverley the inside. He's going to do too well. I think he's won it. I think he might have just won Lord Waverley and a gap dream.
The race caller's nightmare, the finish of the second, with Slave Trade just getting home from the odds-on favourite, Mighty Tower.
He's about a length and 3/4 on Mighty Tower, starting to peg him back. A length gamesman under the weapon behind them, praising. 2 to Emperor's Fury, but Mighty Tower raced up to Slave Trade. The boy having a few difficulties going for the whip. I think it got tangled up in the mane of Slave Trade. Mighty Tower's ahead in front of Slave Trade, kicking back. Slave Trade, Mighty Tower to the line together. Oh boy! Slave Trade and the leader.
Ron Quinton took out the third on Wineglass in the cerise colours. It's the front about 150 metres out.
Lady Capulet, 3 deep Barrigas. Behind those looking for the run, Brother Nero. Sean Avon to the outside, and then Sharp Star. Rosnat and Wineglass next. Wineglass coming home all right, but an inclination to hang. They come past the 200, and Sean Avon's taken the lead. Wineglass after it. Social Cream gets up on the inside. Social Cream and Wineglass, and then on Freneau, but it's Wineglass going to the front, and Wineglass is doing too well. Wineglass to the line has beaten second Sean Avon and the Peter Pan.
The fourth, the Peter Pan and Handy Proverb, and Ron Quinton defeated the Cowboy. And Queenslander Roman Artist, a great effort. He led most of the way, and it was revealed later that the bit actually broke, so his effort was well above average.
Then Acumen, now Handy Proverb losing a shade of ground over Rising Fair Eminency, and then Indian Raj and Drawn, followed by Trismo, and then Northern Find and Gallant Avon last. Going to the 1,000, and Roman Artist, the Queenslander, sped to the lead. Second, Sirota. Third on the rails, the Cowboy. 2.5, Jukebox Jury around Chief Mayo. A length and a quarter, then Silver Champagne, followed by Tierra Rest as they race down the side of the track. Behind those horses, next one that's caught out pretty wide, Whimper a length and a half, Handy Proverb Drawn, and then Acumen and Eminency. After 1, 2 at the head of the others, Indian Raj, Chulada, hunted hard. Agent Provocative losing ground, followed by Rising Fear, Northern Fine, Trismo, and Gallant Avon whips them in. Up to the bend they go. go. And Romanada's by 2, the Cowboy. Third, Sirota. Fourth on the outside is Jukebox. Jury drawn, making a long run. And behind those, Handy Proverb, and the rider's been tipped off. Indian Raj. He's okay, I do believe. And as they straighten up for the run and come down past the 250, Romanada's taken on by the Cowboy. Handy Proverb coming home solidly. It's Handy Proverb out after Romanada's and the Cowboy. Handy Proverb is finishing brilliantly. It takes the lead from the Cowboy. And, gee whiz, this is a good horse. Handy Proverb, he's coming away. Handy Proverb's gone on to beat the...
We've got the slow-mo now, fall at the home turn. Indian Raj now, he's in the blue colours with the white cap. See him speared off the track. He just clips the heels of the winner. And his rider, John Duggan, received a very heavy tumble, and it cost him the ride on the Rosehill Cup winner, Colour Page, later. But fortunately, Duggan didn't sustain serious injury. This is the fifth, it went to Pleasant Flight, who's in front and is always in command in the straight.
Followed by Mighty Planet on the inside, and then those Scolding, Peaceful Joe and Load of Gold. At the 220 metres, Pleasant Flight, Cook shaking him up. He's a length and a half, Market Report, followed by No Scolding. Peaceful Joe's running a nice race. Pleasant Flight holding them at the moment, however, 100 to go. Pleasant Flight about a length and a half, Peaceful Joe and Market Report, and the fave's going to be untroubled. It's Pleasant Flight scoring by a little more than a length on the line to Peaceful Joe.
Sixth went to Reuters News, who sliced through on the centre in the final stages to just get home from Movie Maker.
Star Progress, Polar Mola through on the rails. We Own a Devil's made up a heap of ground nearer to the inside, but he's run into a dead end. And here's Harvey's Joy on the outside with Movie Maker letting rip. We Own a Devil can't get out. Harvey's Joy and Movie Maker lead Star Progress. We Own a Devil trying to bullock through. Movie Maker's taken the lead. Reuters News after him now. Movie Maker, Reuters News, Movie Maker, Reuters News. Oh!
This is the seventh, went to Colour Page. There's 3 out. It was without cover all the way, so this is a good effort. But watch for the flashing late finish of King Randell.
A mile of room if he's good enough. And coming to the 250, here's King Randell after Colour Page. In third place is Brummel, who followed then by Razoo. But Colour Page in front from King Randell. Bow Kingdom on the outside, but it's Colour Page a length on King Randell. Colour Page holding King Randell and Colour Page.
Well, desperately close finish there going to Colour Page. The final event, a great Mick Dittman ride. Niagara Fair, he's about 4 back along the fence with the red cap.
Then comes Moormoss putting in his claim over Wendart. 1 Vapour Storm, Niagara Fair, the rails over Ace It Up, St Tristram, Change of Plans, Victory Prize. Zephyr Zane, the widest runner, and 10 lengths from the leader, Tall Silver, which is now being tackled by Moormoss. Here's Niagara Fair getting out. It's coming quickly, Niagara Fair with Ace It Up. It's Niagara Fair taking the lead now from Ace It Up, and Niagara Fair is too good. The Victorian Niagara Fair goes to...
Vintage Mick Dittman getting home on Niagara Fair in the last. Now the TAB information, 11 and 12, $15.40. Treble, 3, 11 and 12, $145.90. While the extra double, 8 and 6, $49.10.
And after this break,
Phoenix Ride get his measure. Her run was very good. The filly who won and raced so well here over the Winter Carnival. First run back, heading up for a very big spring, I think. That filly, Phoenix Rising, nearly forgot her name. First event was the hurdle. It went to Brinkworth, who was solidly back to start 5 to 2. He went up to take the lead here just after they straightened.
Run his race. Here's the last. Blue Otway's running on. Brinkworth over the last 2 lengths. Our Baron nearly fell. Blue Otway coming at Brinkworth, but Brinkworth will go on and win. Brinkworth a length to Blue Otway. 8 lengths away, our Baron. Third, how he stood up at the last, I don't know.
Second went to Bright Scholar, who really produced a late surge, just get there in the last 20 metres or so.
Bright Scholar, the danger, followed then by Cadevian weakening, but Prince Gaylord a length and a half in front in the straight. Bright Scholar trying hard the outside, but Prince Gaylord won't give in. He's a half in front. Now Bright Scholar coming at him near the line, might be going home the better end. Bright Scholar got up to win a nostril. Prince Gaylord about 6 lengths away, maybe Chargé de Fer third.
Mally Bronze was getting a bit tired towards the end of the 2,600 metre Dempsey handicap. He had enough in reserve to just hold off Remaster.
Game Patrol and then Outland struggling on, but Mally Bronze is 2.5 in front into the straight. He's pulled the whip. Remaster second, then Outland running on, but Mally Bronze holding the lead. Remaster's trying hard, coming out after Mally Bronze again quickly near the line, but Mally Bronze just in front and won. A half neck to Remaster. 5 lengths away third, Outland, followed by Game Patrol. JPEX
The fourth, the Benson and Hedges Handicap, and Tripsicum looked beaten in the straight, but he managed to get a rattle on late to defeat JPEX by a short half head.
Under the whip, JPEX tackling him strongly on the outside from Tripsicum. JPEX got to affected the boy, throwing the reins at it. JPEX took the lead. Tripsicum coming hard down the outside. JPEX in front. Tripsicum is wearing it down on the post and might have got up. A dead heat or Tripsicum's just won it from JPEX, affected or one getting up on the rails with scope for third, very close.
Then came the Manicato Stakes and Touch of Genius, but keep an eye on Phoenix Rising. She's in front of only 4 horses when they settle down.
Early, Belstani showing pace with Touch of Genius and Desolante up with them. So too is Ras Dancer and Base Fee about 5th from 12. Centaurea showing speed. Then Richfield's Lad, 2 lengths. Phoenix Rising, hard ridden. Further back, Star Style Girl, Wise Call. Foxseal moving up on the inside of Spirit of Kingston, and last our Sophia at the 800 Base Fee. 1.5 Touch of Genius, and a length further back then came Ras Dancer, a length the Base Fee. Desolante the rails, Centaurea still making ground 3 deep, a length and a half. Richfield's Lad, Phoenix Rising going around them from 12. 2 to Wise Call, Star Style Girl, Foxseal, Spirit of Kingston, and our Sophia. Touch of Genius at the 400 went up to join Belstani, a little over a length. The Centaurea still going around them. Desolante trying to get out from the inside, and then Phoenix Rising around the outside of those horses as they made the turn. Touch of Genius broke clear, shot 2 lengths in front, travelling like a winner. Second is Belstani, still from Desolante. Phoenix Rising and Centaurea the outside. Halfway down the straight, Touch of Genius clear. Phoenix Rising running home strongly. Touch of Genius in front near the line. Phoenix Rising flashing to it on the outside. They're going to hit it together. Nearly a dead heat this. Touch of Genius the rails and Phoenix Rising the outside. Desolante third from Centaurea, a bottler of a run from 12 ran on well.
Big plunge went astray when Winter ran disappointingly at short odds in the 6th. The winner, Campaign King, is in front here and he explodes away in the straight.
Got it, 1 on the corner, shot about 3 or 4 lengths in front from Good Landy, and they're followed by Formal Address, and then came behind those horses Scorching Wind. Winter is struggling, but Campaign King's going to win by half a dozen lengths. Formal Address has run second. Coming home well, Island Spy the outside's got third from Scorching Wind, Good Landy.
Suzendi looked beaten at the home turn on the inside, but kicked back to defeat Lady Marielle in the 7th.
Twilight Show, Better Venture. Lady Marielle on the outside, doing better, took the lead from Suzendi on the corner, clear of Coral Coast. Lady Marielle and Neck in front, struggling a little bit, holding Neck lead from Suzendi, and Coral Coast battling on. Lady Marielle just in front. Suzendi's grabbing it on the line, finishing better. Suzendi's grabbed it and won. Gee, it's improved as Suzendi's won it about a long head to Lady Marielle. Coral Coast third.
Impressive debut by Dadaism to take out the final event. Just scoots right away in the straight and sure to score again.
5 lengths in front of Little Lowy. Tristabel now coming home when it's all over. But Dadaism is going to win by a street. Dadaism by about 6 lengths. Tristabel second. Peaceful Bay third. Little Lowy fourth.
Now the TAB information for Moonee Valley yesterday, and the double numbers 12 and 6, $239.80, 8, 12 and 6, the treble $1,857.10, and the extra double 1 and 10, $56.40. That's our racing segment this morning. Gatton on Tuesday, Bundamba Wednesday, and where next Saturday?
Eagle Farm.
Good guess. That'll do anyway.
Will be just that, in the harem. An interestingly bred, well-named horse in the harem will stand his inaugural Australian term for John and Tony Watala, who conduct Falmara Park stud at Glamorgan Vale near Ipswich. George Ross will supervise operations on the 90-acre spread. An American import, in the harem is a likely outcross for most mares. His sire, Cayenne, a son of Turn 2, is closely related to Sharif Dancer, syndicated for $40 million in 1983. Cayenne, the sire of In the Harem, has left 50 stakes winners of $11 million. Cayenne himself was an American Futurity Group race winner, while In the Harem won no less than 9 races. Being by a Niarco line sire, In the Harem is out of a winning mare, Persian Delight, whose sire, Damascus, a former US Horse of the Year, has left 47 stakes winners of $14 million. In the Harem is from the sire line of Sir Gaylord, Habitat, Sariva and Sir Tristram. Stout bloodlines indeed. Broodmare owners have already shown plenty of interest in the Harem, who stands for $1,000. Mares booked to his court include Dual Bundamba track record holder Florida Mist, Doomben winner Brothers Girl, Dual Eagle Farm winner Gay Vision, and Gleam of Dawn, the Dam of Doomben winner Clegg. With such initial support, it's sure to be a busy season for In the Harem. Broodmare owners have been flocking in their droves, according to Falmara Park stud owner Tony Wartala.
We're excited about the horse, and I feel we've got reason to be confident in the horse. He was a very good performer on the track. He won 9 races. He's by a champion sire who's by a legendary sire of sires in turn 2. His dam line is every bit as good. There are 73, I think, stakes getters in the first 2 generations. He's closely related to the champion Sharif Dancer. He's a wonderful individual himself. With his bloodlines, he provides a very good outcross for any Star Kingdom line. Actually, in the Northern Hemisphere, his line has crossed with no home mares to produce stakes winners.
Phil Dobson in the harem. Next week, we look at...
Form. Pelling, in fact, took out the opening race on the outsider short measure, racing in blinkers for the first time. She certainly improved her form. She'd been racing dismally in her previous starts, but yesterday she was always travelling well. She's the grey, running midfield on the fence. Good ride by Pelling to defeat the favourite Tolo.
Prince, short measure, Defilace going forward in the middle. Fiery Crest next on the outside of Vita Vore, followed by Ebony Flight, Zad Ranker, then Haces, Lass and Jamea's last. Running towards the home turn, 500 metres to go. Totte just in front as they swing onto the corner. In second place up on the outside is Calais Bay, coined the lot third, and Blue Bolero pushed along a little bit fourth. Defilace to the outside, starting a strong run, and then short measure and Vita Vore. Tolle's the leader, 300 metres to go, kicked away, leads by a length and a half. Blue Bolero second. Short measure on the outside, running on fairly well, and Defilace is coming home strongly. Tolle's in front. He's under pressure now. Short measure looming up on the outside. The Grey's taken the lead. Short measure just in front of Tolle, moving clear close to home, and short measure goes on to win it easily. Short measure first, Totte second, close third, Blue Bolero and Defilace in a photo.
Well, it wasn't a great start to the day for Graham Watson, who was beaten there on the favourite Tolle, but he quickly made amends. He came out and scored in the second on the heavily backed Glen Tone. Looks a pretty promising 3-year-old Glen Tone. He defeated Glowing Glade pretty comfortably. The leader, Excella Star, fading for third.
Glowing Glade is next on the inside. Proud Archer well back in the field with March Melody, and Just Now is last. Just short of 600 metres to go. Excella Star, the leader, joined quickly by Glen Tone, who's pulled his way to the lead on the outside, and he's gone to the front now. He's about a neck in front of Excella Star. Abishar third. Incordair pushed along a little bit, fourth on the rails, followed by Park and Parade, Festive King, and then Abishar as they straighten up. Excella Star with the advantage of the inside, just in front, but tackled again by Glen Tone. Glen Tone's under a fair bit of pressure, but he's reached the lead. He's just in front of Excella Star. They're about 3 lengths in front of Incordair, Glowing Glade, and then Stately Prince, but now he's putting his mind on the job, the top weight, and he's racing away from them. He's going to win it pretty easy. He pulls the whip on him, and he goes to the post to win by 2 lengths. Glowing Glade ran on nicely at the end for second. Excella Star probably third, just in front of...
There was a good run in that Just Now. Finished fourth, bungled the start. She ran on very strongly. I think she's one you can follow in maiden class in the next few weeks. Third event went to Sir Turn, a very impressive performance from this lightly raced 4-year-old, and gave him 3 on the trot, and there's more to come.
Then Diamond Heights, Limeway, and Saturn is last. They start to pack up a little bit as they race down the side, 600 metres to go. Lamoso loomed up quickly on the outside of Aston Villa to vie for the lead. Leah's Love a length and a half away third, then Stay in Style, followed by Cedar Boy continuing a run on the outside of Caesar's Rock. Then Colonial Strings on the rails. Calm Gent now starting to go forward. Then Limeway, Saturn and Diamond Heights as they straighten up, 350 metres to go. Lamoso the outside just in front. Over on the rails, Aston Villa. Colonial Strings is going for a run in the middle. Saturn getting into the clear. Here he comes, the favourite. Boy, look at him go on the outside. He loomed up to them. Cedar Boy going with him, but Saturn reaches the lead and races away. He is pretty good, this fellow. Saturn goes away to win it by 2 lengths. Saturn first, Colonial Strings second. Third, maybe Cedar Boy just in front.
Impressive performance there from Saturn. I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more of him. Fourth event was the Star Kingdom Handicap, and Kelly's Pool clinched a trip to Sydney to run in the Epsom Handicap, and he came from well back to comfortably defeat McGettigan.
Brilliant Beauty, who's out a little wide, followed by Cobb & Co, Kelly's Pool and Supermine. Only about 3 lengths covering the field, 600 metres to go. Uno Patera, 3/4 of a length in front of Brilliant Beauty, who's moved up on the outside of different class. Fourth on the rails, McGettigan. Then Kelly's Pool picking up ground. Then Cobb & Co and Supermind last. Around the home turn, 400 metres out. Uno Patera leads by a length. Brilliant Beauty second. Different class under a little bit of pressure. McGettigan trying to work into the clear, and Kelly's Pool is coming with a great run right down the outside. 200 metres to go. Kelly's Pool swept up on the outside, poked his nose in front. Now McGettigan is going with Kelly's Pool. It's Kelly's Pool and McGettigan. They're locked together. Kelly's Pool the outside, McGettigan the rails. They hit it. Kelly's Pool's just won. Kelly's Pool, I'd say, has won it by a head. McGettigan second. Now Cobb & Co. may have got third, just in front of him.
Kelly's Pool didn't beat much there yesterday, but there probably is a fair bit of improvement in him. And the way Queensland horses are racing in Sydney at the moment, he's certainly well worth the trip down for the Epsom Handicap. Now, the first four from Doomben yesterday. We'll take a break and come back and look at a startling form reversal to give Effectual victory in the fifth. Effectual, only a week earlier, he beat only one runner to the post in a similar race, but that run was out of character. Yesterday, Graham Watson summed up the situation along the back. He took over the role of pacemaker and was never headed.
By Beautrelet, who's going forward. Over on the rails, Barbara's Boy. Barbet is out wide on the track. Michelle Cherie in the middle there. Then King Rang Zinc and Avon's Mark last. To the home turn, 450 metres to go. Effectual, a length and a half in front. Surfcaster winding up quickly on the outside of Haro. Then Beautrelet. Over on the inside, in a huff under pressure, then Barbara's Boy and Barbet to the outside. Effectual kicked again as they straighten up. He's nicely clear. He's about 2 lengths in front of Surfcaster, who's trying hard, followed by Haro and then Beautrelet down the outside. Effectual in front. Surfcaster going out after him, but Effectual, he's pinched this. They've given it to him, in fact, and Effectual goes to the line to win it easily. Effectual first, tight second and third, a three-way photo. Barbet, Beautrelet and Surfcaster.
The sixth went to a very consistent sprinter, Crafty Indian. He took his record to 8 wins from 14 starts. Good ride by Andrew Pettit. He settled Crafty Indian third behind the two leaders, and he was just had enough in reserve to hold off a good finish from Wallunda.
3/4 of a length away fourth is El Jadadi, hard ridden. Dandy Circle picking up ground. Arch Sovereign on the rails. A length and a half star practice on the inside of John's Agent. Then Wallunda and 3 last Le Pagal. To the home turn, 450 metres to go. More today just in front of Regius. A length and a half away third is Crafty Indian coming to the outside and finishing gamely. Arch Sovereign going for a run in the middle. Not much room there. Had a bit of a bump with Crafty Indian as they go out after the leader. Followed by Wallunda and then El Jadadi and Dandy Circle. 200 metres to go. Arch Sovereign just in front of Crafty Indian. More today in third place, and now Wallunda's winding up quickly on the outside. Crafty Indian grabbed the lead. Wallunda coming at Crafty Indian. They hit the line. Crafty Indian first. He beat Wallunda. Arch Sovereign weakened at the end. He's a length away third. Then more today.
Looks as though Wallunda's coming up well this campaign, and he should be one to follow, I feel, in graduation class. The seventh was the Bletchingley novice. Very smart performer here, Dancing Poet. It was only his third race start. In fact, his record probably should have been 3 out of 3, but yesterday he was always travelling well. He's fourth on the inside, and he's too good for Prince Dijon and Noble Jones, who's the leader at this stage.
Coming down the side, 600 metres to go. Noble Jones doing it pretty easily out in front. Leads by 3/4 of a length on El Commodore. Dancing Poet is nicely placed a half length away third on the rails and popping off the rails now to throw down the gauntlet to this leader. Followed by Prince Dijon on the inside and then Lyrical Kingdom, Kelshu and Sherlock. Straightening up, Noble Jones nicely clear. Straightens by a length and a half. Dancing Poet into the clear, running on really well now. Then Prince Dijon to the outside. Noble Jones just in front. Dancing Poet has just about got the better of him. And Dancing Poet shortly after, race to the front from Noble Jones. Prince Dijon trying hard on the outside, but Dancing Poet is going to be far too good in the run home. He pulls the whip on him close to the line, and he breaks away to win it by 2.5 lengths. Prince Dijon second. A length away third, Noble Jones, followed by...
It's a very smart performer, Dancing Poet. We're going to hear a lot more of him. The final race was the Todman graduation for the fillies and mares, and Galaxy Gal, a well-deserved victory, and a good ride by Carl Simons. For all occasions, looked as though she was going to score when they straightened, and she sprinted very quickly to dash clear, but her lack of recent racing just told, and Galaxy Gal was too strong. Third was Solitary Queen, who really only got a rattle on late in the race to get third.
Length and a half to Security Lass, and then Hushaby for all occasions, Cuba Queen, Solitary Queen. Then Galaxy Gal, Kalani Gold next on the inside, and Call Me Kathy's last. Pacific Plum about third last. As they race towards the home turn, 450 metres to go. Tansy Girl, a length and a half in front of Excitable Lady, who's under a little bit of pressure now to hold her position. Security Lass moving up on her outside, and for all occasions is going up very quickly to join those leaders. And in fact, she's gone to the lead as they straighten up. 300 metres to go. For all occasions, shot away. She's a length and a half in front. run. Galaxy Gal out of the pack, running on fairly well. Tassie Girl weakening out of it. Then Excitable Lady, Pacific Plum and Cuba Queen on the outside. For all occasions, joined by Galaxy Gal. She swept up. She went to the lead, Galaxy Gal, and she's moving away close to home to win it by almost a length. Galaxy Gal first, for all occasions second. Solitary Queen flashed home, got third.
Galaxy Gal home in the final event. Now the TAB information. And the double was 6 and 4, $47.70. 4, 6 and 4, the even numbers and an even dividend, $160. And 6-pick Division 1 jackpotting again. I think Kelly's Pool might have ruled a few out, and then he left effectual took care of. It was 4, 1, 6, 4, 4, 3. Division 2, $16.46 and 5 cents. And Division 3, $164.60.
Thanks, Bart. And Bart returns up.
100 to 1. He was well back in the middle stages. Angled for a run about the 150-metre mark. And once he got into the clear, he swamped his opposition. He defeated Blazing Cotton and Fair Verdict. This started the rout for the bookies, of course, for the punters rather. Of course, Let's Get Physical didn't help matters later on, but Arrow King at 100 to 1 in the opening race.
Sudden Impulse, and Chapel Hill brings up the rear, homeward bound, and the late mail tip, Forest Falcon giving back as a side, leads a length in Jen and Blazing Cotton. Fair Verdict coming into it, followed by Marturus and then Party Spirit and Arrow King. Forest Falcon being challenged by Sinjen and company with Blazing Cotton and Fair Verdict, then Marturus and Arrow King. Blazing Cotton, Fair Verdict just in front of Sinjen. Here's Arrow King mowing them down on the outside, and Arrow King won for bookies. Arrow King's beaten Blazing Cotton and Fair Verdict.
Here's one for the Queenslanders. Tingo Tango, beautifully ridden by Shane Scriven. She's in the mauve colours with the white armbands and white cap, and once she gets into the clear in the straight, she's much too good for them.
Trying to get out, and then at the head of the others, Dance Hall Girl, Vainglorious Fifiana, Normandy Bay comes into it. Fleet Invader can't win, I'd say. At the 200 and past it, Dance Hall Girl's taken the lead. Normandy Bay after her, followed by Vainglorious, and here's Tingo Tango. Tingo Tango collars Dance Hall Girl and Normandy Bay, and Tingo Tango streaks away. Tingo Tango goes on to win, and Shane Scriven gives Tingo Tango a pat down the neck shortly past the post.
Why wouldn't he give her a pat? Tingo Tango and Queensland successful there. The Tats Plate, there was a protest at the after this race. The runner-up, Miss Clico, protesting against the winner south of Belmont, but it was pretty clear-cut at the finish.
Heroic Blaze will run nearer last than first. At the 220 forward charge, about a length on Miss Clico, south of Belmont runs on, and then Young Charger, forget Heroic Blaze, south of Belmont, and Miss Clico grab forward charge. South of Belmont on the outside draws to the lead from Miss Clico, and then Young Charger and forward charge, but as they race down to the line, it's a good win to south of Belmont. Miss Clico's run second, very close for third.
Fourth was the welter. It went to Wiona Devil in the red colours on the outside. He storms home, hits the lead about 100 metres out, and goes on with the job under the whip.
Wiona Devil, Reckless Tradition is last, and on the extreme outside and third last, Sprightly Native. Bungarby now moves up to have a crack at Gifted King at the 175. Bungarby ahead, Gifted King from Polar Mola. Wiona Devil comes into it, then Sprightly Native followed by Bastille and Space Lab, but Wiona Devil collars Bungarby and Gifted King. Reckless Tradition flying home too late, and Wiona Devil's beaten Bungarby, Reckless Tradition. A good margin.
There was plenty of money to say Let's Get Physical would get back into the winning list, but he wasn't able to here. Heat of the Moment at 30 to 1 took out the Dewar Stakes. Slave Trade and Shankhill Lass filled the placings.
Shankhill Lass on the outside coming into the picture solidly. It's Slave Trade and Let's Get Physical. Slave Trade just in front. Shankhill Lass, and Heat of the Moment is scorching down the outside. Heat of the Moment after Slave Trade. Let's Get Physical won't go on, but Heat of the Moment is racing right away to win the Roman Consul.
That was a real turn up for the punters there. Heat of the Moment at 30 to 1. We'll show you now the slow-mo, and there's a very good run in this from the Queenslander Swiftly Roman, who came from last to get fourth, but at this stage it's Slave Trade in front. Let's Get Physical, the grey, tiring. Shankhill Lass one in from the outside. Her run just ended before the 100-metre mark, and Heat of the Moment down the outside. Now, I can't see Swiftly Roman at this stage, but he's making ground quickly, and he gets past Let's Get Physical to take fourth place. That's him just coming into the screen there. But the honours with the winner, Heat of the Night, but look out for the Queenslander Swiftly Roman over a little bit more ground. Sixth race went to Mick Dittman on Lord of Cadbury. Camelot. Rising Prince made a game bid to lead throughout, and the good run came from Late Show, the stayer, who flashed home late to get second. But Lord of Camelot, he tacked up behind Rising Prince before the turn. That's him one out, and Rising Prince the leader, the Baldy Face.
3/4 Lord of Camelot. On the outside, English Ladies run a race, and behind those Prolific, wedged away from Bounty Hawk, and then Late Show, Rising Prince and Lord of Camelot. They come to the 200, Rising Prince on the inside, refusing to surrender. Lord of Camelot the outside, and Bounty Hawk joins in with Late Show, but Lord of Camelot has taken the lead. Bounty Hawk and Late Show won't quite pick up Lord of Camelot, and Lord of Camelot's won it. Lord of Camelot from Late Show, Bounty Hawk travelling to the corner.
Late Show won't be long. The 7th race, the Tramway Handicap, and it went to Double Dandy, who got to run through in the centre to just hold off Riverdale.
Double Dandy looking for a run from So Tip. Prince Frolic battling on, and then comes Riverdale. At the 220, Satin Sand goes to the lead from Jack's Vari's Ace, followed by Double Dandy, and then comes Riverdale. Prince Frolic won't go on, and So Tip comes into a Double Dandy, So Tip and Riverdale on the outside. Double Dandy and Riverdale. Riverdale is pegging back Double Dandy. Will he make it? I think Double Dandy's won at a breath.
Yes, Double Dandy did get the photo there. An exciting finish to the Tramway. Some good Epsom trials, particularly Riverdale's effort. And, of course, the Queenslander Prince Frolic, far from disgraced in 6th place. He was slowly away and had to race wide. That's him about 3 in from the outside in reddish colours. On his outside in yellow and red is Riverdale, the eventual runner-up. Prince Frolic just feeling the strain there. In the centre, going for a run between horses, is Double Dandy, who gets to the front here about the 100-metre mark and then is able to just hold off Riverdale, who really lunges in the last few strides. And that's Prince Frolic battling on fairly in the red colours, 1 in from the outside to get 6th place. Certainly not disgraced, Prince Frolic, and I think he's quickly going to get into the winning list in Sydney. Final race went to Drawn, solidly back to start 7-2. It was a get-out for some punters, and he stormed home down the outside to defeat Splendid Speed.
Cut the cards with Sylvania Road. Pirate Town at the 300, a half Empress Fury cutting it down. Here's Splendid Speed putting in his claim for Papa, starting to come into it, but Splendid Speed is after Pirate Town. Down the outside, here's Drawn. He's the one. Drawn is now coming after Splendid Speed, and Drawn has taken the lead from Splendid Speed. De Montfort rides hands and heels, and Drawn is starting to draw away, and Drawn wins at a half length to Splendid Speed. Ferris King got third.
That was the action from Randwick yesterday. It was a great day's racing, but a lot of punters might take a bit of convincing about that. Now the TAB information, 11 and 14 the double, $366, $4,897.40 for that treble combination of 6, 11 and 14, and the extra double from Randwick, 6 and 2, paid $36.60.
And Bart Sinclair is back after this break with Memsey Stakes Day from Caulfield. Punters were in for some more of the same at Caulfield yesterday, but after the jockey on the favourite of the first decided to dismount just a couple of 100 metres before he was supposed to.
Yes, he bailed out. I don't know whether it was deliberate or not, but I'm sure it wasn't. Mr. Jonathan, 3s into 2s, sensationally back. He looked as though he's going to be right in the finish at the home turn, just clipped the heels of one of the leaders there and tumbled young Barlow off, so it wasn't a great start for the punters. Unconquered at 9 to 2 took out the prize here, well ridden by Darren Gouchy. Now, Mr. Jonathan's there, one from the outside. Watch him just clip the heels and, whoop, see you later, M. Barlow.
The one in front and gone. Astral in the leader, tackled by Unconquered, and now getting up on the rails is Crown Ransom. The 3 of them in line. Unconquered took the lead out wide, and he's finishing too well. And Unconquered's coming away in the last 100 metres, and he'll win it well. Unconquered scores by a little more than a length. Close to the minors, Crown Ransom second, a nose in front of Astral. Sir Lustrous out.
View took out the second. That's him in the blue colours with the gold cap. One out from the fence at this stage. Lots of Rule, a stablemate of the first favourite, Mr. Jonathan, ran on solidly late to get second.
Lots of Rule, good old days. In the straight they race, and out wide Sir Lustrous headed off by View now. Racing Fun going for a run in the centre from Lots of Rule. Sir Lustrous won't give in. He's battling back now to tackle View, and wider out Lots of Rule. It's View the rails and Sir Lustrous fighting it out. View doing a little bit the better near the line, and View's going to win it about a half length. Second, maybe Lots of Rule, a nose in front of Sir Lustrous. 3 lengths to open.
The third went to Verbano, who hit the lead about 150 metres out. He's in the red colours with the white cap coming around the outside. Honey Bridge battled on strongly to hold down second.
Dream next, the leader, Sweet Dream Lady from Honey Bridge. Lost Art is locked in on the fence, can't get out. Verbano's coming home very hard, and now Flight Judge getting out at the 100-metre mark. It's Honey Bridge getting to the lead from Verbano, and they're followed by Spanish Dream on the outside with a strong run. Verbano got to the lead, 50 to go from Honey Bridge and Spanish Dream, and Verbano's going to win it. Great Wind of Abano, second Honey Bridge, third Spanish Dream. Down to the
Very deceptive finish to the fourth with the 25-1 chance. My Good Fella getting there in the last bound from Green Action.
Followed by on the outside Red Zavata and then Blazing Effigy on the fence. Into the straight and Green Action moved up stylishly to tackle Swift Vixen for the lead, and they're nicely clear now from My Good Fella and then Red Zavata, but Green Action's gone to the lead with 100 to go. Drew nicely clear. He's coming right away at the moment. My Good Fella in second place, but Green Action clear as they get near the line. He's starting to stop. My Good Fella grabbing him on the outside. Green Action. Oh, Green Action might have won at a nose to My Good Fella. There's nothing much in it. Avon
Fifth was the Memsey, the favourite, King Delamere, most disappointing. Delightful Belle, despite wanting to duck in behind the leader, Bow Mistress was able to score nicely.
They come now, and the leader here, Bow Mistress from Contemplation, from Lack of Reason, then Delightful Belle. King Delamere is struggling, and so too further back Avon Angel, but Bow Mistress kicked away with 200 to go. 2 lengths to Delightful Belle, the challenger. Delightful Belle coming at Bow Mistress now with 100 to go. Bow Mistress still in front. Delightful Belle getting it near the line, and Delightful Belle's going to get up and win. Delightful Belle first from Bow Mistress, 3 or 4 lengths away, Contemplation. On the turn,
Top Banner looked long odds on to take out the sixth with 50 metres to go, but Luther's Luck, under desperate riding, was able to lunge and get there in the last couple of strides.
On the inside, Trey Valva, young Beverly Buckingham's running on pretty well from Joe Naree. Top Banner and Luther's Luck are out in the centre of the track. They're the leaders from Trey Valve, Joe Naree and Aquastar. Top Banner still in front with 100 to go from Luther's Luck. He's holding it at bay, and Top Banner's going on to win the race. Luther's Luck coming at him near the line. Top Banner and Luther's Luck. Luther's Luck! Luther's Luck's got up in the last stride to beat Top Banner. Aquastar third.
Here's a finish to make any bookie cheer. Playful Princess at 50-1, just getting home from Old Acquaintance at 33s.
Old Acquaintance dashed to the lead from Razor Sharp, Playful Princess, and they were followed then by Colonial King, Thurstook, Viva Vane. Further back, Miner's Man pulled to the outside, and then Mrs. Fitzherbert under pressure. Old Acquaintance the leader, Playful Princess tackling it with 150 to go from Miner's Man. It's Old Acquaintance putting the head in front near the line. Old Acquaintance doing tackled by Playful Princess, and Playful Princess will do best. Just beats Old Acquaintance, Miner's Man third. Then
Pat Hyland took out the final event on Quite, who was quite impressive. Gets a run through in the centre in the red colours to score nicely from Crepe Princess.
Into the straight, Quite's got the run to go up and tackle it immediately, however. They were followed by Digger's Lass and Crepe Princess out wider on the track from Twilight Show and Maintenon. Gala Wish and Quite fighting it out at the 200. There's nothing between them. Quite got the head in front. Crepe Princess coming at them, and then Gala Wish, Quite the leader. Crepe Princess trying to peg it back, but Quite's going on to win. About a long neck to Crepe Princess, ahead to Gala Wish third.
The 8 events from Caulfield yesterday. Now the TAB double and treble information. And the double 9 and 15, $460.20. 11, 9 and 15, not too many had this, $10,562.80. And the extra double from Caulfield, 1 and 5, paid $68.50.
And Barton, this is where I normally interrupt, just before you do your wrap-up of the weekend racing, so I'm not today.
Nothing's changed.
I'm not going to interrupt today, so you can... I've remembered, see?
Definitely don't interrupt, right. This week, racing, we've got Tuesday at Eagle Farm, on Wednesday to Bundamba, and next Saturday at Eagle Farm again. I think it's Gregory Terrace Day, so we might have the Fat Sports...
commentator,
ex-presenter.
Ex-presenter of sports who will be making an appearance?
I think he will, yes. Billy J. He's an old boy, a very old boy.
Presented by Marshall Dobson. This week he looks at a former Queensland Horse of the Year, Prince Ruling.
Every so often a horse captures the imagination of the racing public. One such thoroughbred is Prince Ruling, former racetrack idol and now foundation sire at Peter and Ann Overall's Croxley Stud at Oakey, near Toowoomba on Queensland's renowned Darling Downs. Queensland's 1981 Horse of the Year, Prince Ruling is perfection personified. Looking every inch the champion that he is, the 8-year-old is in the mould of classic thoroughbreds with a regal head, good hindquarters and shoulders. A real head-turner, Prince Ruling was judged champion thoroughbred stallion at the 1983 Brisbane Exhibition Show, a great honour indeed. The Prince rules the roost at Croxley Stud, 1,300 acres of prime country owned by the Overalls and Ann's father, former Minister of the Crown, Ken Tompkins. Between them, Connections own 30 mares who have been booked to the Prince. The matrons, with some studs book gems amongst them, include stakes winner Shazoom, Oda High Bay's half-sister and proven producer Denny Lass, and Gally Kirchie, the dam of last season's Northern Classic winner, Play the Music. Peter and Ann Overall race several horses, including La Aurora, a New Zealand-bred Brisbane winner, who'll in time go to Prince Ruling. The Prince, who served 55 mares last season, is bred on classic lines. His American sire, Ruling, a stakes-placed French winner, is by champion racehorse and sire Bold Ruler. Rose Hill, the dam of Prince Ruling, was a versatile winner of 5 races from 5 to 11 furlongs in New Zealand, and Prince Ruling is thus a half-brother to 4 winners, including Rosie's Girl, top-weighted filly on the 1974-75 New Zealand Free Handicap. A Group 1 winner of the Ryder Stakes, Prince Ruling won 3 Group 2 events and recorded no less than 11 group placings. His career record, which topped $250,000 in stakes, included 11 wins. Prince Ruling's oldest progeny, eagerly awaited, are now 2-year-olds, and this season will be all-important. A group-winning racehorse, prize-winning individual with a star-studded pedigree. That's Prince Ruling.
We've got 55 mares booked to him so far, and there's another one came in last night, so we only want to take about 55 to him, so we're very pleased with it.
Well, early reports are that Prince Ruling's oldest crop, now 2-year-olds, are real flying machines, and Jim Atkins has some that are going pretty well.
Yes, he has a filly half-sister to Otahi Bay, and he's very pleased with her. Also, another one he had in first by Prince Ruling. It's going try. It's even jumped out of the barriers up here and beat all the quarter horse, apparently, so Jim is very pleased with him so far.
And don't forget, you want to keep up with the breeding side of things.
Pro Chevalier.
He's just flicking him up a little bit, and he bounded away to lead by 3 lengths. Just a Breeze running second, Diarma third. Fourth on the inside as well, and followed by Bill Student, Lindy's Nymph, and then Gold Display. Third quarter, 28.8, and he's in full flight, Pro Chevalier, as they come towards the home turn, and he leads by 5 lengths. Just a Breeze second, Whalen third, then Lindy's Nymph and Gold Display, but it's all Pro Chevalier coming down the straight, 100 metres to go. He's 6 lengths in front. The crowd's starting to go wild for this great champion, and Pro Chevalier is going to win it easily. Pro Chevalier first. Great goes second and third. Whalen second. Gold Display third.
You've heard the song I'm Just Wild About Harry. Well, they're just wild about Barry. Barry Perkins, the West Australian trainer-driver of Pro Chevalier, with his saddlecloth flapping in the breeze last night. He won with consummate ease. The time 157.3. It'll be interesting on Saturday week whether he can get that $30,000 bonus prize money in beating Popular Arms' record of 154.5. Course broadcaster Wayne Wilson, after the win last night, suggested that Pro Chevalier would go 152 at Albion Park. Frankly, I can't see it myself. I don't think he'll break Popular Arms' record. Race 7, the 21 and better, Lindy's Express.
So Leicester's got to make the sacrifice. He's got a clock in his head all right. It's a long, long way here at Doncaster. We've got 4.5 furlongs straight and a lot of wind in their faces. But as Steve Courtney told me before, he's going just to sit handy, and he's going to hope, he believes she's as well as she was. He's going to hope her class is going to carry her through, and she'll be too fast for him. But Leicester attacking. Troy Fair is going to go up there too, look and try and blitz it. They've got quite a bit of pace on Graham, and it's not going to be easy for this filly.
And Leicester has definitely quickened the pace through the first mile and so now, and it's Lanfranco the leader from Troy Fair up on the outside, Kozdar back in third place, Oh So Sharp 4, Fardanti 5 and Domain in fifth and last, and Paul Cook trying to make use of Troy Fair's stamina by attempting to get up on the outside of Lanfranco, but Leicester Piggott quickened the pace and they're now turning for home. Just over 4 to go. It's Lanfranco in the lead, from in second place Kozdar, the pale jacket of Troy Fair, and Oh So Sharp really beginning to motor now. So with 3.5 furlongs to go in the Holston-Pilson Ledger, it's Leicester Piggott who looks round to see where Steve Cawthon and Oh So Sharp is, and Henry Cecil. If either of these two front horses win now, he's going to become the first trainer ever to win £1 million in prize money, and it's the Battle Royal. Just over 2 furlongs to go, and the filly goes for home. The favourite strikes, commits and goes, and Steve Cawthon really has it all to play for. 1.5 to race, and it's Oh So Sharp, but look at this, Fardanti is trying to come with a run. Kozdar comes with a run, Lanfranco next to the rails. Just over 1 furlong to go, and it's the filly Oh So Sharp in the lead. Trying to come back next to the rails is Lanfranco. It's Oh So Sharp from Lanfranco, but Fardanti, the joker in the pack, staying on. However, the filly's going to win it coming up towards the line. Oh So Sharp wins the ledger. Oh So Sharp, Fardanti, Lanfranco in the main. These clear from Kozdar, and Troy Fair was tailed off. That is absolutely brilliant.
I think that caller might have had something on the filly. Very excited when she hit the line. Oh So Sharp. Great effort, and Steve Cawthon, he's really been a magnificent success since going to England. That's his 159th winner for the season. Back to business at Eagle Farm yesterday, and the first went to Philip Smith, who was resuming after a couple of weeks off with injury, and a great display to score here on Defilase, who overcame a betting drift. 4s out to 7s, Ran on nicely to defeat Face the Stars.
Princess, and then Money Gold Indian Wagon next on the outside of Noble Charmer Zad Ranker, and down towards the rear of the field is Kind Sir. As they straighten up now, 450 metres left to go. Malwani and Face the Stars locked together. Blue Bolero's pushing up on the inside. He's got the run now, and he's going up to join those leaders. Just behind them, Defalace, and then Glowing Glade and Joker Boy under the whip. He's struggling. Arjon Dancer next, and Vita Vore and Benny's Jet right down the outside. 250 metres to go. Face the Stars has taken the lead. It's Face the Stars just in front of Blue Bolero. Defalace coming at them hard now. Glowing Glade and Benny's Jet on the outside. Defalace swooped up to those leaders, went to the front, and Defalace is starting to come away the last little bit. Defalace first, second, pretty close. Face the Stars second, I think, just in front of Glowing Glade. Benny's Jet fourth, then Vita. I
think one to follow there, the fourth place getter, Benny's Jet. He was resuming after a break yesterday and had to contend with a wide barrier, and I think he should soon break through. The second went to Variegate, Toowoomba trained, ridden by Robert Crilly, and starting at 7-1. Good odds, really. He's in fourth place at the moment, and he runs on solidly to defeat Waglin and Colonial Strings.
Around the home turn, 450 metres to go. Hasten Jason straightens up almost a length in front. Waglin under pressure second on the outside, followed by Inner Planet, Variegate, and then Colonial Strings. And now Prince Dijon has pulled to the outside. He's starting to wind up. He's coming out after these leaders. As they come down past the 200-metre mark, Waglin loomed up on the outside of Hasten Jason. Variegate tackling those leaders, and Prince Dijon coming out after Variegate. Variegate's about a length in front. Prince Dijon struggling at the moment. Waglin boxing on fairly well, and then Colonial Strings. But as they hit the line, Variegate first. Variegate has won it by about a length and a half. Now it's tight second and third. It's a photo between Waglin, Colonial Strings, and Prince.
The short-priced favourite, Prince Dijon, very disappointing. Had every chance yesterday, and perhaps he might be just looking for a little break now. The third was the Kelvin Grove Graduation. Big effort this by Arctic Haze. He's in the red colours with the blinkers, scouting around the field. He's very deep at the home turn. He just gets home from Bill Bangira, the very consistent 3-year-old.
By Stay and Style on the outside, and King Pendragon joining them three wide. King's Bishop just behind them. Bill Bangira starting a run, then Effectual, and Arctic Haze with a great run right down the outside. 300 metres left to go. Bill Bangira sprinted up in the middle, went to the lead from King Pendragon. Arctic Haze is out after Bill Bangira. He's just about in front now, Arctic Haze. He's way up in the middle of the track. Bill Bangira is kicking again, followed by King Pendragon and King's Bishop. Bill Bangira and Arctic Haze there together. Bill Bangira the inside just in front of Arctic Haze. They're on opposite sides of the track. They hit it. Gee, there's very little in this. Very little in it between Bill Bangira the inside and Arctic Haze. Arctic Haze is...
Good effort by Arctic Haze, who struck trouble at the start. He withstood a protest. The runner-up, Bill Bangira, his effort very good also, because he did lose ground soon after the start as well. I think the horses that should go on through the class. This is the flying, and Lord Penn, he was always in command out in front. He drew away to defeat Crawford, whose effort was very good. That's him moving up three wide, Crawford, in the whitish colours.
Crawford running on strongly on the outside. Then Parnassus, Rich Duke, Splendid Performer, and further back came Cusack. He's hard at work on the favourite now. Lord Penn just in front. In second place on the outside, Crawford, who's under the whip. He's trying hard to draw up on terms with Lord Penn, but Lord Penn has kicked again. He's a length in front now, the favourite. Lord Penn a length in front of Crawford. They're 3 lengths in front of Rich Duke and Uno Patera. And Lord Penn is going to be far too good in the run home. Yes, he eases up on him close to the line. He drops over his neck and he wins it by almost 2 lengths.
Lord Penn, the favourite, taking out the flying yesterday. I thought the effort of the runner-up Crawford very good. He's to head to Sydney now, and his main mission down there will be the Epsom Handicap. And the way Queenslanders are racing in the south, he certainly has a chance in the big mile race at Randwick. They were the first 4 from Eagle Farm.
Pressure on the outside. Then Cobb and Co. Charles Heidsieck, Dancing Man is making up ground. But the grey McGettigan's nicely clear. He goes for the whip on him and he bounded away. He's about 3 lengths in front. Beautrelet in second place. Charles Heidsieck running on fairly well, and then Dancing Man. McGettigan in front. He's starting to feel the pinch a little bit, but he's going to have too big a break up his sleeve, I think. He's about 2 lengths in front of Dancing Man in different class, and McGettigan's too good in the run home, wins it by a length and a half. McGettigan first, close second and third, maybe different class just in front of Dancing Man and Charles Heidsieck fourth.
The sixth event was the second novice handicap and went to Caesar's Rock, who landed a big plunge. Only 9 runners in this race, but a tremendous finish with 4 stretched across the track at the last 50 metres. Caesar's Rock scraping home by a nose from Michelle Cherie.
Around the home turn, 450 metres to go. Oriental Treasure straightens up nicely clear. In fact, kicked away to lead by 2 lengths. Caesar's Rock into the clear, starting a run. Michelle Cherie down the outside, and Limeway's coming home solidly on the extreme outside. 250 metres to go. Oriental Treasure is joined now by Caesar's Rock. Limeway coming out after Caesar's Rock, then Michelle Cherie and Bless Us All. Caesar's Rock, Limeway the outside of Michelle Cherie, and Oriental Treasure's kicking again on the inside. Oriental Treasure and Caesar's Rock, Michelle Cherie lunging at them. They hit the line. Gee, this is a great go. This is a terrific finish, this one. Could go any one of three ways. Caesar's Rock...
Well, it was a tremendous finish. We'll show you the slow-mo now. It looked like Caesar's Rock was going to score comfortably inside the 200 metres. He'd just gone to the lead. Simon's going for the whip on him. He's in the white colours, one off the fence. On the fence is the Rockhampton-trained Oriental Treasure. 3 out in the yellow is Michelle Cherie, who was forced to race wide all the way, and Limeway, who actually almost reached the lead at this point. 4 out in the red colours. But it's Caesar's Rock getting a go on again under desperate riding. But here's Michelle Cherie. She wouldn't be denied. And in a very deceptive finish, it looked as though she reached the lead just before the post, but somehow or other on the line, it was Caesar's Rock who just had his nose centimetres in front. Great finish there to the second novice. The 7th was the Spring Hill Graduation, a top performance this from Making Time. He's certain to make the grade into open class now. He defeated Dare to Be Grand and the consistent Prance, making up plenty of territory for third.
Calm Gen, even seal and final. Move into the straight, 400 metres to go, and Dare to Be Grand raced up on the outside, went to the lead from Sir Elwes. Making Time running on strongly. He's moving up into third place on the outside, then Currumbin Lights, Finito Star, and Prance is making up ground out wide on the track, but with 200 metres to go, Dare to Be Grand is the leader. Making Time coming at Dare to Be Grand pretty quickly now, and Prance on the outside. Making Time, he's hanging in badly, but he's just about got his nose in front. Making Time in front of Dare to Be Grand and Prance, and as they hit the line, Making Time has won it. Making Time first, second home was pretty close between Dare to Be Grand and Prance, followed in then by Triflax. Further back...
Well, Gus Philpott hadn't ridden a city winner since February when he was successful on Surfaloo. 133 consecutive losing rides, but Making Time yesterday managed to get him back in that #1 stall. That's him on the outside. Philpott going for the whip in the right hand as Making Time had a tendency to duck in behind Dare to Be Grand. Now look at the effort of the third place getter Prance. He makes up a lot of ground in the last 50 metres. It's Making Time, who'd raced pretty deep most of the way, so a good effort, just getting the better of a very smart horse in Dare to Be Grand. And here's Prance, the big mare on the outside with giant strides, and she was going to the post, well, certainly a little better than the first two. She deserves a win. She's been very, very consistent. The final race went to Gus Philpott yet again. He'd been 6 months without a winner, and he rode 2 in just over 30 minutes. He's successful here on Western Dawn in purple colours, back along near the inside. She gets a nice run through in the straight.
Queen's going for a run on the inside of her, and she's got it. And Cooper Queen raced up on the inside to join Tipsy Dancer. She's running about badly now, Tipsy Dancer. Melinda Lady in third place, and Troubled Water with a great run down the outside. She's storming home. La Parisienne running on fairly well, and then Western Dawn inside the 200. Troubled Water way out in the middle of the track has reached the lead. Western Dawn coming through in the middle. Cooper Queen on the inside, and then La Parisienne. Western Dawn raced up to take the lead, and Western Dawn is moving clear close to home. She's too good for them. Western Dawn first, tight second and third. It's a photo finish between La Parisienne and the fast finishing Juba.
Though the 8 events on a very good...
Rosehill yesterday, and it was a good day for the Queenslanders, particularly Russ Hinn's horses.
Yes, well, Russ took out the opening race with Lord Waverley and then narrowly beaten later in the day with Prince Bourbon. But the Queenslanders are really racing well in the south this spring. I think our horses have got a chance to take out 1 or 2 of the big races this year. Lord Waverley, this is Peter Cook at his dynamic best. Awkwardly drawn, he was quickly in front, then took the sit. That's him 4th on the inside. Look at the run he gets at the home turn, right through on the inside, and Lord Waverley goes on to defeat Regal Shower.
Moto leads a half-length. Lord Waverley the rails. Prince Celine third, then Sir Centurion blocked away from Calm Sir. A Gap Lady be mine. Now Dollar is the widest runner under the whip. Regal Shower runs on. Now Lord Waverley's taken the lead as they come to the 100. Prince Celine second from Regal Shower, and then King Kiev, but it's Lord Waverley, and he's going to win it easily today. Lord Waverley goes on and scores by 3/4 of a length.
This is the second, the Reliable Travel Handicap, and Senshire's in front. It's Jimmy Cassidy, who was earlier in the week taken to hospital with breathing problems. Well, he was giving his opposition a few breathing problems here. Senshire, who was confidently back to start 9-4. He's well in control here. Cassidy goes for the whip to keep his mind on the job. Silver Champagne, ridden by Bruce Compton. That's him getting up on the inside to get into second place. He was also well back to start 13-4, second favourite. But it's the Newcastle trained Senshire giving Cassidy a pretty easy victory there in the second. Silver Champagne did keep coming under the whip. The third went to Blazing Cotton by a mile. He's second on the outside in the white colours, and watch him explode in the straight.
Level with Sudden Impulse. A length away third is Babson, followed by Surf's Incession. Pikes Lane under pressure from So Different and Lethal. He's got into the open, but he's doing nothing. And Blazing Cotton race well clear. Inside the 150, Blazing Cotton will win this by a minute. Blazing Cotton's about 6 lengths on English Lady, followed by Babson. But Blazing Cotton, oh, it's going to blitz them the lie of the day. Blazing Cotton wins at about 6 lengths on the line.
This is the Gloaming Stakes for the 3-year-olds. Handy Proverb, he's in the reddish colours with the white sleeves, and Cassidy rides impatiently. The Queenslander Roman Artist slices through to lead, and he battles on very strongly to hold down second place.
For Papa, then Tierra Wrist, caught Deep Dolcezza over Chulada, then Handy Proverb Trismo, then comes Acumen from Fragilistic, and the Roughie with honours has tailed out a distant last. Whiskey Kingdom just in front of the Queenslander Roman Artist to the back, a length and a half Tierra Wrist in the third posse, closely attended by Dolcezza. A length further away comes the Cowboy inside Bale Up, and 2 further back for Papa on the outside of Chulada, wide as Acumen, then Handy Proverb Trismo Fragilistic at about 10 or 15 lengths to with honours. Going down by the 1200 metres, and Roman Artist again draws to the lead, 3/4 of a length on Whiskey Kingdom. Third posse being held by Tierra Wrist on the inside of Dolcezza, after 1 length coming the Cowboy, followed on the outside by Acumen, Fragilistic, Bale Up, a length Handy Proverb, and then comes on the inside Chulada. 4 Papa not travelling well from Trismo, and forget about with honours. Down the side they run on the Gloaming, going past the 800 metres, and Roman Artist by nearly a length Whiskey Kingdom. Third position occupied by Tierra Wrist, and then comes Acumen, wide Fragilistic, behind those the Cowboy. 1 Handy Proverb, patiently ridden by Cassidy, he's about to wind him up now. A little over a length Chulada, and then for Papa, Dolcezza Trismo, followed by Bale Up, and tailed off is with honours. They're on the turn at the 450. Roman Artist giving his supporters a side. He kicked away from Tierra Wrist and Acumen. Handy Proverb taken out into the middle of the track. He's coming home well, the favourite. Handy Proverb picking up Roman Artist, and the rider on Roman Artist, Logue's gone for the whip. Handy Proverb's got him covered, I reckon. A good go then between Fragilistic and the Cowboy for third, but Handy Proverb, he raced away, and he's got the Gloaming Stakes well won. It's Handy Proverb, 2.5 Roman Artist, the Cowboy, Fragilistic, but a breeze to Handy Proverb from Roman Artist, the Cowboy, and Fragilistic.
Vari's Ace, now trained by Neville Begg, comfortably took out the Theo Marks. He's moving up 4 wide and goes to the lead soon after they straighten. Lord Ballina followed him up and battles on strongly for second. Oh, this is Vari's Ace, tricky here, there's no sound. Vari's Ace in the blinkers going to the lead. That's Lord Ballina in the green colours, Dittman going for the whip. For a couple of strides he looked as though he had a chance to pick up Vari's Ace, but Bruce Compton now plying the whip on Vari's Ace, and he comfortably holds off the Smith-trained Lord Ballina. This is a good performance by Vari's Ace, who wintered here in Brisbane, and he certainly looks an improved galloper. He's going to be hard to beat in a race like the Epsom Handicap. This is the 6th, the Tooheys Handicap. Went to Beau Jacob, but the unlucky runner undoubtedly the Queenslander Prince Bourbon, who goes under by only a half neck.
Gone up second, Royal Mood the rails third, Brother Nero wide, followed by Prince Bourbon. On the outside now, Saloon Passage, he's back about 7th. Diagra Fair's in front of him. Saloon Passage going backwards. Now as they come to the 200, Beau Jacob and Prince Bourbon have taken the lead from All Nighter, followed by Diagra Fair. It's Beau Jacob. Little Rickson pulls the whip on the outside, Prince Bourbon. Beau Jacob is giving plenty. Prince Bourbon's ahead behind him. Beau Jacob's too good. The late mail strikes again.
7th was the Kingston Town Stakes. It's Hay in front in the green colours as they round the turn. He looked certain to score when he kicked away. The Victorian Pekka McGuess at 33-1 gets over the top of him in the last 100 metres. Late Show battles on strongly for third and is sure to be improved.
Forward charge. Late Show's back in the centre body of the field. Hay Johnston draws the whip. It comes to the 200, a length and a half. Here's Pekka McGuess. Pekka McGuess on the outside. The Flemington galloper coming after Hay. Johnston riding for dear life on Hay, but he's got no answer to Pekka McGuess. Here's one for the bookies. Pekka McGuess, 46-1 on the Tate in New South Wales. It's going to race away.
Final event went to the Mick Dittman ridden Tide Time, who's in about 5th place. He's in the breastplate. You'll see him come to the outside in the straight, and he withstands a protest from the runner-up Swift Avon, who gets a run right through on the inside.
Green Lodge the inside from My Politician, and then Wholesale Boom, and Swift Avon making up some ground nearer to the rails from Tide Time. Mighty Planet hanging, Green Lodge getting right up on his inside from Brummel, who My Politician. Harvey's Joy behind them, travelling well, can't get out. Likewise Swift Avon. Dream Lodge the leader. Swift Avon follows him through. Tide Time the outside. Dream Lodge in front. Tide Time is coming quickly. He's got to get up, Tide Time. He's made it all right.
Typical never say die ride there from Mick Dittman to just get home on Tide Time, and successfully withstood that protest from Swift Avon. Now the TAB information, 8 and 12 the double from Rose Hill, $122 even, and the treble 1, 8 and 12, $444.40, and the extra double there, 1 and 5, paid $137.90. We'll take a break. Attention now to the Flemington meeting yesterday. It was Ascot Vale Stakes Day. The Queenslander Road Rouge did very well to get second behind Campaign King in the big 3-year-old race. But as you can see here, it's pretty heavy ground. In the first event, the steeple went to Magic Paul at 4-1. He finishes up scoring by 8 lengths.
From Rhythmic, and they're clear of Norfolk Tiger, Shalone Town, and then Whinavi. But with 200 to go and Magic Paul's run them off their legs. He's about 4 in front, going on strongly out in the centre of the track. Norfolk Tiger battling on with Rhythmic and a long gap to Whinavi. But Magic Paul's going to win it easily. Scores by half a dozen lengths. Good battle for the miners. Rhythmic keeps going to run second. Norfolk Tiger third, about 8 lengths to Whinavi.
Probably a couple of riders pleased it was heavy there yesterday. You see a very heavy tumble as the field comes to the winning post the first time. Remy Martin went down first, and then Horde, the outsider, went over the top of him, but could have easily been a very nasty one there. 3 or 4 others could have come down. The second went to Mrs. Mannering, who landed a big plunge, 4s into 11-4, and scores pretty comfortably from Sir Lustrious.
So Mrs. Mannering, Seek a Fortune to the outside, and they were followed further back by Yorick and Sir Lustrious next from Wise Decision. I Scotch out after Good Old Days with 300 to go, is gradually drawing towards it. Then Mrs. Mannering, the others struggling, headed by Island Spy. Good Old Days won't give in. It's still about a neck in front. I Scotch getting to it, and here's Mrs. Mannering from Warmington-on-Sea. Mrs. Mannering drives at the leaders, grabs them quickly, and Mrs. Mannering's charging away to win. Sir Lustrious flashing home when it's over. Mrs. Mannering won easily, though. 2.5 lengths to Sir Lustrious. Very close for third. I Scotch Yorick, who got up on the fence on the corner.
The third went to Solar Aspect. He gets a run through near the inside to take over about the 250 metres and holds off Quick Work by 3/4 of a length.
Dream run through as Superior Conquest ran Quick Work off the track. Into the straight, Quick Work responding to that pressure is still up there fighting for the lead with Solar Aspect and Superior Conquest from Lots of Rule, and then further back Crown Jet and Arctic Blur. 250 to go now, and Solar Aspect took the lead from Superior Conquest. Quick Work still battling on under his big weights, having a bumping duel with Superior Conquest, but Solar Aspect holding them at bay. Quick Work trying hard on the outside, but Solar Aspect in front near the line, and he's going to hang on. Quick Work still battling on. He got a big heart but didn't have a lot of luck. Solar Aspect a half length to Quick Work. Maybe Superior Conquest third. Then a length and a half.
Fourth went to the 16-1 chance Cordelia in the blinkers. He moves up just after they straighten and goes on to defeat Shaynu, only a half length in it at the finish.
Shaynu moving up the third, 2 lengths away, and then Cassins, and they were followed by British and Final Offering and Lagana struggling, but it's Cordelia going to the lead from Amala. Shaynu's under the whip, Cassins finding another effort, and then came Final Offering. It's Cordelia in front with 150 metres to go from the favourite Shaynu, now getting to second, and then Final Offering, but Cordelia kept going in front. Shaynu trying to peg it back, but Cordelia just in front as they get near the line for Bookie Graham. Samperian, it's knocked the favourite over. It's Cordelia winning it by a long neck to Shaynu. 3 lengths away, very close for third, Amala and Cassins. And they've got
This is the Ascot Vale Stakes, and it's Campaign King, the chestnut with the distinctive baldy face, 3 out from the fence taking over. Rody Rouge, the horse, right on the outside with the white blinkers.
Touch of Genius have gone past Desolante, and Campaign King's taken the lead. Rory's just as full of running, but he's badly hemmed in on the inside, and Campaign King got clear. Road Rouge running on fairly, but Campaign King's got a big break with 100 to go, led by 2 lengths from Road Rouge, and then Jackson Square battling on well, but Campaign King's much too good, wins by 2 lengths to Road Rouge. Jackson Square third, then Sandorian.
The sixth was the Milady Quality, and the stablemates Ras Dancer and Star Style Girl filled the quinella here. It was Ras Dancer on the outside, moving up very strongly at this stage, and she goes on to score a nice win.
Good enough, followed then by Simply Me hanging, interfering with Coral Coast, and Sandorian getting up on the fence. At the 400, Gala Wish joined by Star Style Girl and Ras Dancer, 3 lengths in front of Sandorian and Coral Coast, and then Myron Spur Mockapan. Star Style Girl and Ras Dancer swept to the lead with 200 to go. The stablemates are fighting it out from Gala Wish. Then Coral Coast running on, but probably too late. Ras Dancer got to the lead from Star Style Girl, and then Coral Coast near the line. It's tired Ras Dancer, but it's going to win. 3/4 of a length Star Style Girl, a Hayes Quinella, a neck to Coral Coast, no luck third. Then a length
was the Hayes stable again in the Craigley Stakes. Fine Offer first and Kiwi Slave third from the stable. Splitting them was Tristark, whose effort was very good.
Jormeo last into the straight. On the corner, and Fine Offer led on the rails. Kiwi Slave hanging a bit, about 4 out, tackling him with Tristark. Then Dynasty Prince. Fine Offer kicked a length and a half in front. Then Fox Seal and Moss Kingdom. With 300 to go, Fine Offer 2 lengths to Kiwi Slave and Tristark. Then Dynasty Prince battling on from Fox Seal, and further back Moss Kingdom, who's beaten. Fine Offer clear at the 150, a length and a half to stablemate Kiwi Slave and Tristark. He's holding holding them safely at the moment. Fine Offer's coming away, in fact, and Fine Offer's going on to win it well. Tristark battles on strongly for second. Kiwi Slave third. Colonial
Final event went to Base Fee on the extreme outside fence. Only one of the two runners out there. Defeats Crime of Passion and Centaurea, both in the centre.
Centaurea starting to run home pretty well in the centre, and down the outside Base Fee took over from Great Poet. Centaurea going fast out in the centres, tackling Wise Call is the leader, and Centaurea went to the front now from Wise Call, and Base Fee's the one might be in front of them all down the outside. Base Fee the leader. They're followed now by Centaurea, who's running on well, and Crime of Passion. Base Fee and Centaurea, nothing much in it. Crime of Passion in the centre. Base Fee's in front, and Base Fee's won it from Crime of Passion. Centaurea third.
Now for the Flemington TAB information and the double number, 6 and 2, $24.20. I thought I was going to be too quick for you. 8, 6 and 2, the treble.
Kingston Town, still every inch a racehorse, almost pulled Malcolm out of the saddle as he went to the top of the straight in company of the clerk of the course, and he came down the straight to the plaudits of the crowd, and when he gathered a little bit of speed about 100 metres from the winning post, the old boy said, "Struth, I think it's on here for young and old." When he saw the grey pony alongside of him, his mouth is wide open and he wanted to run Kingston Town. He's now a 9-year-old, and it's just 3 years, almost 3 years since he last raced in the Western Mail Classic in Perth. But doesn't he look a treat? One of the all-time greats, one of the legends of the Australian turf, and yesterday the star of the show at Rose Hill. Now the race named in his honour, and Malcolm Johnston had them out on Hay Eye, which is just in front at this stage over Night Eye as they near the turn, and Night Eye kept worrying Hay Eye, and there's no doubt he cost that horse the race. Silver Award is the grey horse on the outside of Forward Charge, followed by Wineglass, and on the right-hand side of your screen in the conspicuous blinkers and the black and red colours is the ultimate winner, Pika McGuess, another one of those Kiwi invaders, ridden by expatriate New Zealand jockey Bruce Compton. Hay Eye looks home here, and gee, it looked like being a Cinderella story on Kingston Town Day, with Malcolm Johnston going for broke on Hay Eye, but Bruce Compton had to come along and spoil it. Shame on you, Brucey. Pika McGuess at 30 to 1 storms down the outside, takes the lead from Hay Eye. See the horse getting into third place? That's my Melbourne Cup selection. Late Show. Wait until he gets over 3,200 metres and you'll see a different horse, but he's coming up a treat. Pika McGuess at 30 to 1 beat Hay Eye, and Late Show was third, and it was a mighty day at Rose Hill, another successful STC promotion, marred somewhat by 2 or 3 very heavy downpours, but there's nothing we can do about the weather. Righto, now we go to the beautiful Morfordville track in South Australia, and the race we've got for you is the Spring Stakes over 1,200 metres. Now, the winner is the good mare Tri-Shell, but there's a very familiar old horse in the race. I'm sure you'll know his name, Razor Sharp.
600 metre mark, and Belle Starney got through on the inside to be the leader from Turnpike. Superior Prince third, Razor Sharp and Belle Cunter, who's never been on the track closer than 3 deep, is working around them 4 deep now. They were followed further back by Tri-Shell, who's close handy. Arbitrel next from Arctic Wolf, working through the pack. Prince by last for home with Just a Commoner. In the straight though, Belle Starney is clear. Now down the outside, Tri-Shell is coming out quickly, and so is Belle Cunter. Razor Sharp looks beaten. Tri-Shell is out after Belle Cunter. Tri-Shell with a lighter impost is getting the upper hand from Belle Cunter, and Tri-Shell is starting to draw away. I tell you what, she's heading for a huge spring, I think. Tri-Shell is going to win it, and win it very, very easily. She's won it by 3 lengths or more to Belle Cunter. Arctic Wolf flashed up for third.
Yes, poor old Razor Sharp was labouring out of a place, and there's no doubt he's a light of former days. Now the Ascot Vale Stakes in Melbourne, and the Golden Slipper winner makes his reappearance, Rory's Jester. Watch for him with the big white blaze.
Away, putting the pace on, 3 lengths to Preferred, then Reputed. There followed further back Rory's Jester, and then Jackson Square. 3:50 to go now, and Campaign King, Touch of Genius have gone past Desolante, and Campaign King's taken the lead. Rory's Jester's full of running, but he's badly hemmed in on the inside, and Campaign King got clear. Road Rouge running on fairly, but Campaign King's got a big break with 100 to go, led by 2 lengths from Road Rouge, and then Jackson Square battling on well, but Campaign King's much too good, wins by 2 lengths to Road Rouge. Jackson Square third.
Yes, Rory's Jester didn't handle the soft going, and he finished in the middle of the field, but is bound to improve. Now the Craigley Stakes, and the AJC Derby winner is in this race. Tristark in the pale green colours, running about third into the straight.
Fine Offer kicked 1.5 lengths in front, then Fox Eel and Moss Kingdom. With 300 to go, Fine Offer 2 lengths to Kiwi Slave and Tristark. Then Dynasty Prince battling on from Fox Eel, and further back Moss Kingdom, who's beaten. Fine Offer clear at the 150, 1.5 lengths to stablemate Kiwi Slave and Tristark. He's holding them safely at the moment. Fine Offer's coming away, in fact. and Fine Offers going on to win it well. Tristark battles on strongly for second, Kiwi Slave third.
Yes, and Michael Clark rode the winner Fine Offer, which is an absolute specialist over the 1,600 metres journey. Now we go to Eagle Farm and the Gregory Terrace Cup.
McGettigan on the inside ahead, Parole. 3 lengths to Cop and Co, 2 lengths to Dancing Man, 2 to Charles Heidsick. These back horses, they couldn't possibly pick up these leaders for mine. 400 to run, they're in the straight proper. McGettigan the leader, 2 lengths Parole under the bat. 1.5 lengths the Dancing Man coming home ahead of Charles Heidsick and Cop and Co, but the leaders booted at the 200. McGettigan got away, 2.5 lengths Parole. Charles Heidsick and then coming Dancing Man in different class, but McGettigan has run them into the ground with 15 metres to go. He's in front of Dancing Man in different class, and McGettigan is going to win the money. McGettigan led all the way to win. Now, different class, I think, second, a short half head in front of Dancing Man.
Alan Thomas was spot on with those place getters, and what a ghostly sight that big grey horse made as he charged down the straight McGettigan. Mike, the Sydney Stewards cut a swath through the jockey ranks yesterday. Peter Cook's out until October the 5th. Johnny Marshall's out till October the 5th. Jeffrey Challen till the 7th. And Ron Quinton's also on the sidelines. Do you want to ride next week?
John Shrek strikes again.
He didn't miss him.
All right, John, see you next Sunday.
Okay.
The challenge second last and bringing up the rear is Andre Marcel. Around the corner and the pile of Grey Speculator, Given Rain lead 3/4 on Avernia and John Dye. Behind those Top of the Nap, followed then by Load of Gold, and then comes Andre Marcel at the 300 metres, and the rider pulls the whip on Grey Speculator. John Dye's under the Persuader, who's going out after Grey Speculator now from Load of Gold, and then comes Avernia and Top of the Nap battling on. Grey Speculator leads. Here's Top of the Nap, the big danger to him, and Top of the Nap quickly swept past Grey Speculator, and then comes Load of Gold, but Top of the Nap will win it easily. Top of the Nap's won.
This is the second, the Phillips Imagination Handicap, and you can imagine there's a race caller here because we've got no audio. Now, the race went to Moore Moss, who at this stage is travelling 5th on the inside with the blue colours and the red cap, and he defeats Victory Prize, who's moving up there in the red colours with the white cap. Now, over the final stages, there's a bit of a bumping duel, but as they turn for home, it's Jim Cassidy taking Victory Prize up very easily on the outside. Looks to be travelling strongly at this stage. Tracking him up is Ron Quinton on Moore Moss in the red cap. Now, these two get together here about the 200 metres. You'll notice them bump. Now, Cassidy starting to get anxious, goes for the whip on Victory Prize, and stewards claim that Victory Prize had contributed to the trouble by ducking out. But Moore Moss, he gets his head in front, inclined to lay in a little bit, and the horse is bumped again in the dying stages. But stewards, despite the narrow margin, only a long head, dismissed the objection. The third was the Hill Stakes, and Greatness New Zealander landed a big plunge here, 4s into 2s. That's him in red colours running on the inside behind the leader, Rising Prince.
Second last, Tristram's Edition is last. It's Rising Prince coming to the point of the corner at the 450, a length and a quarter on Greatness. Now, Greatness, the first to have a shot at Rising Prince, drawn on the outside, lost about a length as they straightened. Colour Page on the rails, and then Bounty Hawk, Tristram's Edition and Rheingard. Now, Rising Prince in front, but here's Greatness moving up to him with ease. Drawn on the outside and Colour Page on the rails, followed by Bounty Hawk. Rising Prince headed clearly by Greatness. Drawn on the outsides, running a mighty race. Harrison now goes for Greatness. He's holding Drawn at this stage. Greatness still in front. Drawn won't quite get him. Greatness, I feel. Full girl.
The fourth was the T-Rose Stakes. It went to the leader, Shinnakama. Won for the bookies here, 66 to 1. She defeated Dancehall Girl, and Bluegrass Dancer made up ground for third.
That's a length and a quarter away next. Is Whoops-a-Daisy, followed by Lucky Heaven, and then comes Heat of the Moment, Bluegrass Dancer, Born to be Queen Cologne. Sylvania rode second last, and her Dynasty's tailed off. Approaching the 600, Shinnakima by 3 Princess Crony, a length Dancehall Girl, and then Debate Normandy Bay. A length and a half away next is Shankhill, last pushed along by Dittman from Hasty Zip, Fleet Invader. Then Lucky Heaven and Heat of the Moment, followed by Cologne and Bluegrass Dancer. It's Shinnakima rounding the corner by about 2.5 lengths now. Second Dancehall Girl, third Princess Crony. Shankhill last spotting the leader, a long start. And Heat of the Moment starting to unwind. At the 200 metres, the rider pulls the whip on Shinnakima. Dancehall Girl is coming at her very quickly. And then Heat of the Moment and Bluegrass Dancer. The leader is Shinnakima from Dancehall Girl, but Shinnakima's battling on very, very well. Shinnakima holds Dancehall Girl.
Oh, the first four from Rosehill yesterday. You'll notice him back on the fence in the blinkers, the grey horse with the blinkers. He gets a sweet run through in the straight and just defeats Spend the Money.
Then Social Cream Bastille from Hussar's Command. Bungarby's got no room to move, and Gaudet Armour's last. The field really bunching on the corner at the 500, and here it's Ara King taking up the clear-cut lead as Swift Interest tires. Spend the Money on the outside, called upon from Just for Tristram Bastille. Then Social Cream and Bungarby can't get clear, followed by Hussar's Command. Ara King approaches the 200, being tackled in earnest by Spend the Money, who's put the nose in front. Bungarby getting clear now. He's the danger to Spend the Money that dropped Ara King. It's Spend the Money in front. Bungarby, the other grey, whittling down his margin. Spend the Money and Bungarby. Bungarby on the outside does too well, and Bungarby has beat.
This is the Shannon quality. It went to Double Dandy, who did it pretty tough. He's 4 wide coming towards the home turn, but he had enough in reserve to hold off So Tip and IKEA.
Got out the rails on Peaceful Joe. He's going up 3 deep, and Double Dandy will probably tag him now. Peaceful Joe in daring tactics. Dittman's taking him up to go to the lead narrowly from Swiftly Roman. On the rails, My Day. Double Dandy is now going 4 deep from So Tip, and then comes Tulsanite and IKEA. Bow Kingdom back third last. They straighten, and Peaceful Joe just in front. My Day's run a race. Double Dandy on the outside. He goes for him now. He's battling on well, and then Swiftly Roman and So Tip is getting clear. Double Dandy takes the lead. Now So Tip comes after him. Peaceful Joe won't go on, and IKEA on the outside, but Double Dandy's in full flight, and the favourite is going to win and win it well. Double Dandy by a little over a length.
Some big bets landed on Double Dandy, who firmed in from 9-4 to favouritism at 7-4. As I mentioned, it was a pretty gutsy win. He was 4 wide coming to the turn. He covered a lot of extra ground. We'll show you now the slow-mo. He's getting to the lead here, 4 out from the fence. Behind him is So Tip in the lime green, making a strong bid, but Neil Payne going for the whip on Double Dandy, and he edges clear. Now, the horse down the centre of the track in the breastplate is IKEA, who runs on very solidly to get third, and he should soon pick up a race. But all honours with the winner, Double Dandy. This 4-year-old showed plenty of class and courage to get home yesterday. He's holding So Tip. IKEA's the one making up ground out wide, and the Queenslander Swiftly Roman's in 5th place in the pinkish colours. He didn't seem really well suited on the rain-affected track yesterday, and I wouldn't take too much notice of that defeat. The next was the Sir Dapper Stakes, and it went to the outside at Travel Light, although there was some money for him. Firmed in from 100-1 to start, 66-1 this filly, and she defeated Mighty Tower and Slave Trade.
By the 600, travelling to the corner, and Picard just leads Pleasant Flight, making a line of 3 Barloo, but he's spearing very, very deep, the country horse. Going inside him is Slave Trade, and then comes Mighty Tower. Emperor's Fury slipping up on the inside, and Rassflyer comes down the outer. They charge past the 300, and Picard just in front, headed now by Slave Trade. Barloo third from Mighty Tower, and then Travel Light and Rassflyer. Slave Trade in front, Barloo second, followed by Rassflyer, Travel Light. Mighty Tower comes after Slave Trade. Travel Light on the outside. Travel Light swamping them in the run of the line. There's one for bookies.
Yes, it was one for the bookies. Travel Light with a storming finish down the centre of the track. Now the slow motion of the field as they come inside the 200 metres, and it's Slave Trade clear. Now you notice those horses just behind the leaders having a bit of a bumping duel. The outside runner there of that group is Rassflyer, who did well, but right down the centre of the track, coming from well back, is Travel Light, a filly from the Neville Begg stable. Ridden right out by former New Zealand rider Shane Dye, who's really going great guns in Sydney. Mighty Tower just gets up to cut Slave Trade out of second placing. I think the horse to follow there might be Rassflyer. He was wide, awkwardly placed most of the way, only second start after a spell, and I think he should soon get back in the winning list. The final race went to King Kiev at 6-1. Well tried. Lord Waverley was the unlucky runner. You'll notice the Queenslander 4 wide in the greenish colours. He sprints quickly to get to the lead in the straight, but he was cut down by King Kiev in the final 150.
Frassasass, and then comes well back in the field, off and away. Second last is King Kiev, and a further 2.5 to Sound Susie. They're on the swing, and a great race for the lead. Scarlet Diamond in front, about a half length on Lenny. Clary's Hope the inside from Garter Star. Around the Moon, Lord Waverley on the outside, still battling on determinedly, and in fact he's taken the lead, Lord Waverley. Lord Waverley past the 200 metres a length. King Kiev who's coming from a minute back, and then comes Lenny, but it's Lord Waverley in front. King Kiev on the outside, stretching his neck. King Kiev is claiming Lord Waverley to gain the upper hand, and it's King Kiev King Kiev from...
The Queenslander Lord Waverley gallant in defeat there in the final race at Rosehill. Now the TAB information from the Sydney meeting. 6 and 13 the doubles, $607. A huge treble, 13, 6 and 13. Two outsiders there, Shinnakima and Travel Light, $49,456.40. You'd keep the change if you got the treble there yesterday. 4 and 4 the extra double, $26.80.
Thank you, Barton. And Barton returns
battle between the punters and the bookies. I think the bookies might have finished on top. Opening race went to Queensland-owned Torville. She raced here early in the Winter Carnival and looked pretty promising. She's gone right on with the job. She scored easily. That's her in front, cruising at this stage, and she goes on to score by 2.5 lengths.
Wonder Peaceful Bay on the inside now, and outside it then came Varuska. Next Quiet Sensation from Poke No Pearl and Miss Bounty, and Tutor Rolanda going forward from Haunting. They've packed up with 500 to go. Torville the leader, going all right, about a half length to Little Lowy. 2 lengths to Peaceful Bay is out into the clear now. Sweet Dream Lady's gone. Then came behind them Rolanda and Haunting pull to the outside, but this leader Torville's going very well. As they swing for home, it's Torville in front, kicked away 2 lengths Little Lowy, Peaceful Bay, then Rolanda Quiet Sensation, but halfway down the straight, Torville without Dean still as good, and Torville's going to canter in. Miss Bounty getting a late run on the rails trying to get a place, but Torville's won at about 2.5, 3 lengths. Second placing Peaceful Bay, ahead Rolanda and ahead to Miss Bounty, fourth from...
The second went to Galactic Star, who's poised just behind the place getters. Nice ride this by Harry White. That's Galactic Star in the yellow and black colours, actually 5th at this stage. Defeats Golden Comet and Aberrath.
600. Silver Cossack went up to take the lead. About a Nectar West Mayo's feeling the strain a little. Wonder Mum's Pride. Galactic Star off the fence now from Aberrath, and then came Golden Comet and Eureka Gold running on from Shot. Straight Grey making ground now at the head of the others, but Silver Cossack got clear, and Mum's Pride's going to be the immediate challenger on the corner. A length to Galactic Star, pull to the outside, and then Golden Comment followed by Aberrath and Straight Grey. Into the straight, Galactic Star coming very strongly now out after the leader. Galactic Star took the lead from Silver Cossack. Golden Comment a danger out wide, but Galactic Star's got a break. Got a length in front with 100 to go, and Galactic Star's going to win the money. Galactic Star scores by a length and a half to Golden Comment. A half head to Aberrath third from Eureka.
Strong performance from Cena to take out the third. Very deep on the track all the way, and she goes on to defeat Bit of Grace and Alonge.
Going up into second placing on the outside. Bit of Grace dropping in on the rails behind them. Cena still 4 wide round the outside, making a run with Lisa Bay going 3 deep out after these leaders now. Then Strzelecki Lady, Matchbox Lady and Penitent Lady making runs around them from Shapely and Vandersong. As they came up to the 400, Alonge took the lead now from La Recife, Lisa Bay and 4 deep on the outside of those Cena. Bit of Grace now getting the run in the centres, taking up the split and going up to the leaders. It's into the straight, Alonge, Cena and Bit of Grace under the whip in the centre, and they've kicked well clear of Penitent Lady and Lisa Bay. Cena got its head in front on the outside. Brugolino getting clear, but Cena in front with 100 to go. Cena holding Bit of Grace at bay, and Cena's going on to win by a length of Bit of Grace. Third placing Alonge just in front of Brugolino and Penitent Lady.
The hurdler Mally Bronze sweeps around the field before the home turn, careers away in the fourth, starting at 15 to 1.
Gavel only a half to Top Banner and Royal Mask out 3 deep. They're about 3 lengths in front of. Running on pretty well now is Crown Ransom, and going around the Mally Bronze with a strong run has answered the challenge. Gavel in front of Mally Bronze and Top Banner coming to the turn, 450 out. Here's Dusty Springs from last as Mally Bronze strode to the lead. They're followed by Grand Roy and Crown Ransom badly held up. Mally Bronze might have got a winning break on the corner. He shot 3 lengths in front as they swing around the turn from Top Banner. They were followed by Crown Ransom, now getting out, but too late, I'd say, from Dusty Springs. Mally Bronze is a mile in front. They must have given him monkey glands. He's dashed away. He's 6 in front. And at a distance most people thought too short for him. Mally Bronze will win by 6 lengths. Crown Ransom has run second. Jonah Reed from last got up for third in front of...
Well, definitely wasn't too short for Mally Bronze. He bolted in. They were the first 4 from Moonee Valley yesterday. We'll take Clicko Classic. And it went to Kenny Lass, another who wintered here in Queensland. It's a good performance. She defeats Rebecca Gay, who comes from a mile back with a storming finish to get second.
Stockwell Lass still in front. 3 parts of a length. The Musical Sculptor, a length and a half. Follow Me Through. Here's Tristabel moving up to third. Pull to the outside from Beach Gown. Dardesm under the whip about 5 wide. And they're followed by Kenny Canny Lass, Golden Twig and Clear Lady in a gap to 12. 400 out, Stockwell Lass still in front. Bell's no good thing either. Beach Gown's putting in a good run around them from Canny Lass, and then Dataism struggling from Follow Me Through, and here's Twirl pulled out from a mile back. Stockwell Lass led into the straight by a length from Bell, Beach Gown and Canny Lass all coming at it well clear of Dataism and Twirl. It's Canny Lass on the outside, sprinting to the lead 100 out, and Canny Lass is coming away in the run home. Canny Lass wins 2.5 lengths. Rebecca Gay is flying and might have got up for second. Beach Gown, the other one in the photo, for third.
Sixth went to Digger's Lass, who looked in a little bit of trouble just after they straightened, but responded well to the whip to hold off My Yakoi.
Pull to the outside, two to Beatrice Levette starting to stretch out. They're followed then by, at the head of the others, Gold Stage and then Hawaiian Blue and Sashes. Up by the 500, Digger's Lass quickly got the upper hand from Norgwin Fleur. Queen of Bass out after the leader. Quite on the inside is battling on pretty well with My Yakoi and Miss Calamar. Beatrice Levette's run into a dead end and Gold Stage to the outside from Hawaiian Blue. Digger's Lass a length in front at the 300 on the corner from Queen of Bass. My Yakoi running on with Quite out wide and Gold Stage wider, and they're followed by Beatrice Levette getting a run up on the fence. Digger's Lass straightened a length in front of Queen of Bass. Beatrice Levette and My Yakoi coming at them. Quite's got into trouble, and here's Bronze Splendor from the clouds. Digger's Lass still in front as they get near the line. My Yakoi and Bronze Splendor lunging at it, but Digger's Lass has won it by about a long neck to My Yakoi, a half neck away Bronze Splendor, and a nose.
Seventh was the Fian Stakes over 1,600 metres. King Delamere, who's running fifth at this stage, sustains a strong run to defeat Fine Offer, picks up Fine Offer about the 100 metres.
Then Arctic Lord, followed by Importune at the head of the others, and then Lack of Reason and Playful Princess. Phoenix Rising took over at the 500 from Mrs. Fitzherbert. Fine Offer immediately challenges. King Delamere moving up stylishly fourth from Contemplation. Eastern Temple battling on, and Playful Princess from Lack of Reason. Fine Offer went to Phoenix Rising at the 400. They made the turn together. Fine Offer's going better. King Delamere about to come out after the leader now, and they're well clear of Eastern Temple, and then Fox Seal in the straight. Fine Offer shot well clear of King Delamere out after it, and then Phoenix Rising from Eastern Temple and Fox Seal. It's Fine Offer in front. King Delamere's wearing it down and going home better, and King Delamere took the lead near the line and wins it a length and a half to Fine Offer. Fox Seal got up for third. Justin.
Final event was the Red Anchor Stakes. The Queenslander Rody Rouge is in front at this stage on the fence. The horse on his outside, Seeger, goes on to score. Lazy Feet gets up to cut Rody Rouge out of second.
Towards the rear, Sinbad, I'm a Redmond, Red Opaque. Tightly bunched at the 600. Seeger took the lead narrowly from Red Rouge. Stage Rhythm the outside. They were followed then by Asher Star going around them to be fourth from Lazy Feet. Red Rouge kicks up again. Bright Scholar weakening behind them, and they're followed then by Caledonian Boy, still badly blocked for room. Red Rouge and Seeger, the leaders on the turn, about a length to Lazy Feet, and then Asher Star weakening. Caledonian Boy trying to get out. Seeger got to the lead. Red Rouge is under the whip as they straighten, and they were followed then by Lazy Feet and Caledonian Boy late on the outside, but Seeger broke clear halfway down the straight. Seeger in front of Lazy Feet and is going to win. Seeger scores by about a length. Second placing Lazy Feet, and nose away third Red Rouge.
The 8 events from Moonee Valley yesterday. Now the TAB double and treble information. 11 and 1, the double, $89.90. 4, 11 and 1, the treble, $1,888.90. And the extra double from Moonee Valley, $200.
At the time, Barry Perkins wanted a race without the dust sheet.
Loads away from the field, 5 lengths clear. Bill Student running second, Diarma dropping out of it third, passed by Whalen, and then Lindy's Nymph and Gold Display. Here's the third quarter coming up, 27.5. He's on target for the record. They come to the home turn now, and it's Preux Chevalier under the whip. He's 4 lengths in front. Bill Student in second place. 4 lengths away third is Gold Display, followed by Lindy's Nymph and Whalen straightening up. He's driving him hard. He's chasing the record all right. It's Preux Chevalier 5 lengths in front. The crowd cheering for him. We're looking for 54.5 or better. It's Preux Chevalier hitting the line. He wins it by 5 lengths. What has he gone? He slowed in the last quarter to 29.4, but he's run the record. He's got it. 154.3. Preux Chevalier, the new record holder. Preux Chevalier first, second Bill Student, third Lindy's Nymph, and
Australia's greatest ever pacer, and if performances like that don't bring the crowds back in their droves to harness racing, I don't know what will. Eric and Glenn Torpy and Kevin Williams, the curators of at Albion Park, had the track in apple pie order last night. I'd also like to commend John Lingard from the Daily Sun for a terrific feature and some great photos of Preux Chevalier through the week. He's a great horse, Preux Chevalier. Barry Perkins is taking him south and then back home before the Inter-Dominion. You've got a great horse there. Hurry back next year. Race 6 was, race 7 was the...
Race to this point as they swing for home. Final charge, close handy to those. They were followed further back in the field behind them by Legal Prospect, Ace Fighter, Oriental Express, Arctic Wolf back midfield and back to the tail as Fido R. At the 400 metre mark now, Go Robbo goes up with Final Child and they grab this leader, change the tune. Clear of Brahms Lullaby followed by Arctic Wolf, who's being hampered a little by Legal Prospect. Final Child on the outside, put the nose in front of Go Robbo. At the 200 metre mark, Final Child kept us waiting. She delayed the start a little bit, but she's not going to delay the finish. She's starting to string away from them now, Final Child. And Final Child will pick up the Escort Cup, wins it by 2.5. Second Go Robbo, third Legal Prospect, a top run again. Arctic Wolf was fourth, Feeder R.
And that'll be the last meeting at Victoria Park until after the Australian Grand Prix in Adelaide come November. Part of the track, of course, runs across Victoria Park. Let's go to Melbourne, the Verve Clico Classic, and watch the way this comes home, Canny Lass.
From Canny Lass, and then Dadaism struggling from Follow Me Through, and here's Twirl pulled out from a mile back. Stockwell Lass led into the straight by a length from Tristabel, Beach Gown and Canny Lass all coming at it well clear of Dadaism and Twirl. It's Canny Lass on the outside, sprinting to the lead, 100 out. And Canny Lass is coming away in the run home. Canny Lass wins 2.5 lengths. Rebecca Gay is flying and might have got up for second. Beach Gown, the other one in the photo, for third.
Commentator Bill Collins, a great run by the second mare, Rebecca Gay. Now we go to the Fian Stakes, and King Delamere put his mind on the job yesterday.
Rising at the 400, they made the turn together. Fine Offers going better. King Delamere about to come out after the leader now, and they're well clear of Eastern Temple and then Fox Seal. In the straight, Fine Offer shot well clear of King Delamere out after it, and then Phoenix rising from Eastern Temple and Fox Seal. It's Fine Offer in front. King Delamere's wearing it down and going home better, and King Delamere took the lead near the line and wins it 1.5 lengths to Fine Offer. Fox Seal got up for third.
Gary Willits rode the winner, King Delamere, and Gary's one of many New Zealand jockeys to do well in Australia. None better than young Shane Dye, Mike, and we'll meet him next Sunday. He's a lovely kid.
All right, one during the week, which I had money on.
Let me tell.
I'm on the comeback trail, yes. After the disaster of the Prime Minister's Cup day, I'd put away the glasses for a couple of months, but back to the winning list.
It's taken you a while to save up. That was May.
I only had $20 on it, but I was happy.
You must be a champion, let me tell, to carry you to victory. But it was a great day for Queensland yesterday. Tingo Tango in particular, very impressive in taking out the final event at Randwick. And of course, Roman Artist all the way in the George Main Stakes. Here at Doomben, Gavin Duffy was quickly into stride. He took out the opening event on Hasten Jason, who's really something of an iron horse. He's had a lot of racing in recent weeks, but he looks in great order. That's him running third on the fence at this stage.
Stout and Hardy leads by 1.25 lengths. Ascanis and Hasten Jason on the rail. They're closing the gap. Ascanis 3 wide now as Hasten Jason goes up in the centre. 2 lengths to Brazen Hunter, followed by Staging, then Swap Style, Noble Suggestion, and Gerrymander. Hasten Jason missed the run. Ascanis swept up to tackle Stout and Hardy, turning the bend at the 300. Hasten Jason comes to the outside. They're clear of Staging, then Brazen Hunter. Ascanis hit the front, but Hasten Jason pounced on him at the 200. Duffy had a look over his shoulder. He drove Hasten Jason to the lead. Ascanis flat, then Stout and Hardy and Staging, but Hasten Jason is drawing away. And Hasten Jason, a big winner in the first. Hasten Jason beat Ascanis, third a photo. It's close. Zama Zephyr came home hard out wide.
It was a good training performance by Barry Miller to keep Hasten Jason up for such a lengthy period, and it was Miller again in the winning stall after the second event. He was successful here with Delissa, who's running second in the red colours, very promising 3-year-old. The unlucky runner is Airy in the yellow. Watch how he's cut out in the straight.
Fourth, and then 1 to Alamander Boy, a little wide. Noble Jones midfield on the fence. He's racing better now. 1/2 to King of the North, then 2 to Recommend and 1 to Silver Magnum. 450 metres left to go, and Master Richard leads by 1.25 lengths over Delissa. Airy still third, then Noble Jones, followed by Inner Planet. Alamander Boy's under the whip and taken to the extreme outside when they turn the bend. Master Richard led at the 300. Delissa having a crack at him. Airy's on the rail. Noble Jones under pressure, and now Alamander Boy's winding up quickly. Master Richard in front. Delissa pounces on him. Alamander Boy's charging home at the end, but Delissa's pinched a break. Delissa 3 parts in front of Alamander Boy, and he wins by that margin. Delissa first, Alamander Boy second, third Master Richard, then Airy, followed...
Well, Delissa scoring there, but by Miller's own admission, the horse isn't fully fit yet, so he certainly is one to follow. He looks a very, very smart 3-year-old. Shane Scriven was a happy boy yesterday. He turned 20 and he was successful on Leonuris in the third event. He's running fourth at this stage, one out and one back, and he just holds on from Sir Turn and Cedar Boy, who dead heated for second.
Wonder Parnassus around Lamoso, the Black Duke 3 wide, Cedar Boy in the centre. Pelling's looking for room on Sir Turn. He's clotted up on the rail. Then Calm Gent, Caesar's Rock, Plain Nonsense and Tintagel as they turn. Dandy Circle went to the front from Pan Gold. Folkestone Bay and Leonoris quickly came at him, and Leonoris swept to the front at the 200. Folkestone Bay under the whip going with him. Now Cedar Boy and Sir Turn are coming fast. Leonoris and Folkestone Bay in front. Cedar Boy and Sir Turn after him with Folkestone Bay, but they won't reach him. Leonoris clinging on, and Leonoris wins. Leonoris has won from a four-way photo for the minors. Cedar Boy, Sir Turn, Folkestone Bay.
The two excellent rides in the fourth event. One was successful, Kerry Smith on the winner, Grand Cindy, but a great ride also from Lyle Appo, who was second on Prance. Now, Prance is the one in the pink and black colours, getting up on the inside in about fifth place, and tracking him through is Smith on Grand Cindy.
Girl ahead away third, and Prance now improves to be fourth, but is locked up on the fence. Irish Quill 3 wide, and Cooper Queen in the centre. 2 to Grand Cindy, then Solitary Queen, and Grey Blessing whipped them in as they came to the turn. Quito Girl leads around the corner at the 350. Western Dawn's off the rail, and Prance has received a beautiful run. She's into the clear now and coming after Quito Girl. And as they get to the 250, Prance dashed to the lead. Grand Cindy gets a split to run into second spot and is coming after Prance. Prance and Grand Cindy come away. Grand Cindy's going better. Raced up to Prance. Raced past Prance, and Grand Cindy is drawing away. Grand Cindy wins. Prance second. Cooper Queen's run third, then Western...
They were the first four from Doomben yesterday. We'll take a break and come back and have a look at a very, very smart sprinter, Basic Friend. From this point, she's only about a length in front there, but Babby and lets her go, and she quickly explodes away 5 and 6 lengths in front.
Half Reward to more, then New Bliss 3 wide, Bold Jet in the centre. Uncle Joe drops back on the fence. He's second last, and Fiery Embers whip them in. Onto the turn, and Basic French leads at the 400-metre mark with Flying Feet. She's 3 in front. Bond Princess goes to second. Roman Knight a half away third, and then 2 to Bold Jet. Basic French in front past the 300-metre mark. She's 4 in front of Bond Princess. Roman Knight under the whip. Bold Jet running on, but Basic French is clear. She's 6 in front of Bond Princess, Bold Jet and Roman Knight, and she's beaten them with sheer pace. Ridden hands and heels, Basic French wins easily. Basic French from Bold Jet, Roman Knight and Bond Princess.
Basic French is to run in next week's Brill Cream Sprint. It's 1,110 metres, an extra 100 metres, but it's difficult to see how the opposition could turn the tables on her. Sixth event was the Rain Lover Maiden, and it went to Laith Babian yet again. He was successful on Basic French, wrapped up a double here on Manpower.
With Roll the Swag, Dear Star under the whip second last, and Dark Empress whipped them in as they travelled aside. 5.50 to go. Secret Rose went to the front by a half length. Bless Us All. Inherited third, but 3 wide. Prince Halloween now starting a run. Challenge Star under pressure on the rail. Manpower taken to the outside. Then Glowing Planet called the Canyon. And further back Roll the Swag as they turn the bend. Bless Us All in front, straightening up at the 300. Manpower goes up quickly. Prince Halloween's looking for the split near the fence and getting it. Manpower ran to the lead at the 200. Prince Halloween trying to get on terms. Glowing Planet running on. Manpower but broke clear of Prince Halloween and Glowing Planet. And Manpower ridden right out wins the money. Manpower beat Prince Halloween and Glowing Planet.
I think he's capable of better performances too, Manpower. He might be one to follow in the early restricted races. Seventh was the Galilee Graduation, and Yolson Lad in a titanic struggle just prevailed over Surfcaster. Latin Myth rushed home to get third.
Off that back bend, 700 metres out, and Yolson Lad leads by a half to Lord Neptune. Surfcaster now goes to third, 2 lengths away. Slatem under pressure on the rail. Verigate off the fence, given a slap with the whip. Then Dusky Legend and King Pendragon starting a run. Mount Mayon on the fence in front of Michelle Cherie, Valiantino Harrow, Princess Diana and Latin Myth well back, and Luskin Prince again dropped out to the tail. Yolson Lad in front when they turn at the 350. Skipped a length and a half in front of Lord Neptune. Surfcaster on the outside. 3 lengths away, King Pendragon, then Latin Myth. Surfcaster's coming after Yolson Lad at the 150. Surfcaster moved up to Yolson Lad. They're fighting it out. Latin Myth running on late. Surfcaster and Yolson Lad. Surfcaster put his head in front. Yolson Lad kicked back on the rail. They split it. It's tight between Surfcaster and Yolson Lad. Latin Myth third.
Well, it certainly was an exciting finish to that event. We'll show you now the slow motion of the final stages, and you'll notice Surfcaster on the outside. You know, he's clearly in front. He's a good long head in front of Yolson Lad, who'd done all the bullocking work out in front, but somehow or other Yolson Lad gets his nose in front to get on the line, and Latin Myth, with a flying finish to get third, in another few bounds he would have picked up those first two place getters. Final event was the Tulloch Handicap and Philip Smith. Clever ride here on Ballina Road. He had him nicely placed throughout. He's second at this stage, and he goes on to score a decisive win from McGettigan the Grey, who's in fourth place and gets a lovely run through on the inside at the home turn.
Raban 3 parts of a length away third, McGettigan fourth on the rail, and Duffy heeling him along. To Canaba, then Dancing Man, Charles Hyde second, Noble Lad a bad last. A line of 4 coming to the turn. Beautrelet shifted off the rail. McGettigan got an inside run as Ballina Road swept to the front. Royal Raband out wide, and then Dancing Man. Ballina Road leads at the 200. McGettigan's under the whip. Royal Raband and Dancing Man wider out. Ballina Road's in front. Will he run the 2020? McGettigan's wearing away at him, but Ballina Road's got something in the tank. Ballina Road kicks. He's a length and a half. McGettigan clear of Dancing Man and Royal Raband, and Ballina Road wins.
Ballina Road taking out the final event. Well-deserved victory too. Now the double and treble information. And the double, 6 and 2, $42 even. The treble, 10, 6 and 2, paid $550.80. And 6-pick yesterday, no one taking out Division 1. And Division 2 paying $986.55. The combination there, 10, 2, 6, 1, 2 and 4.
Bart Sinclair will return after the...
Mick Dittman second in the opening event too. A big plunge there on the Tommy Smith trained Cheers for Us. Well, there were no cheers there, but Dittman then successful on 3 races in successive races they were. You've got me all tricked up here. And subsequently he was outed until October 12 for his ride on Easter. So Dittman's going to miss the big weekend at Randwick next weekend for the Epsom and the Metropolitan. So it's going to cost Mick a bit of money, that suspension. The first event was the Breeders' Plate, and it went to Malcolm Johnston on the George Moore-owned Pre-Catalan. Cheers for Us is the horse on the outside in the breastplate. He responds to hard riding, but had no chance of picking up Pre-Catalan.
Now on board Game and Steel Bullet, followed by Cheers for Us, and a break Billy Asset and Honourable Duke. Coming to the 200 metres, Pre-Catalan kicked away here, leads about 2 lengths on Cheers for Us. Steel Bullet can't go any faster, but it's Pre-Catalan in front safely, holding Cheers for Us, and then on the outside, Honourable Duke and company with Steel Bullet, but it's Pre-Catalan's breeders, and Pre-Catalan goes home strongly to beat Cheers for Us. Imperial Majesty flew to get third, and Timothy...
This is the first of Dittman's treble. Let's Get Physical, his mount here, and the grey on the outside, and he really responds at about the 200 metres when Dittman goes for him, and he scores decisively.
Praising puts in his claim from Senshire and Periscope on the inside. Dittman goes for Let's Get Physical past the 200 metres. He's a length on Senshire. Timothy can't do any better, but it's Let's Get Physical safely holding them, and in fact the big grey is coming away. Let's Get Physical 2 lengths on Senshire and then Emperor's Fury, but it's Let's Get Physical untroubled.
Then came another favourite here with Dittman, Easter on the outside. Had to be shaken up with the whip, but he eventually goes on to score quite handily.
Getting into the open from for Papa. Dittman shakes up Easter, comes to the 220 metres, kicks a length Splendid Speed. Born to be Queen on the outsides, making Easter race. Dittman working hard on Easter. It's holding Born to be Queen, however, followed by Splendid Speed. But Easter, Dittman really punishing into the line, but he's going to score. And as they hit it, Easter by a little over a length, Born to be Queen. Splendid Speed third. She leads a length.
This is another grey, and Dittman on about 7th on the fence is Silver Award, and it takes a lot of hard riding by Dittman to get him home from Rhine-Guard and Night Eye.
Slightly native coming to the outside, and then We Own a Devil, and Late Show is still back third last as they top the rise. Mr. Mako races to the lead. High Eye after the New Zealander, followed by Night Eye. String of Pearls dropping off, then Rhine-Guard, Silver Award and Sprightly Native, and then We Own a Devil. Late Show's a minute back. Silver Award's grabbed the lead now from Night Eye and Rhine-Guard. Silver Award, Rhine-Guard and Night Eye. Silver Award on the outside. He might be going home better. Yes, he is. And Dittman's going to salute on Silver Award. Silver Award from a tight one, Rhine-Guard and Night Eye.
Not too often Mick gets home on a 14-to-1 chance, but that was the price for Silver Award. We'll show you now the slow-mo of the final stage, and you'll notice Dittman's vigour. He's really wielding the whip in great style on Silver Award on the outside. The horse to follow here might be Night Eye, who finished third. Imported stallion now trained by Neville Begg, and he's preparing for the Melbourne Cup and he's starting to run into form at the right time, so he might be one to follow in the big races coming up. This is the, not the far lap flying, in fact, this is the George Main Stakes, and it's Roman Artist in front, the Queenslander.
In front from Rising Prince, and between them Lord of Camelot, but Dittman's had to go for the weapon, Lord of Camelot. Roman Artist, the Queenslander, by golly, he's giving us sight, and Roman Artist kicks a length and a half, running on Kingdom Bay. Lord of Camelot can't go on, then Rising Prince and Riverdale, but it's Roman Artist. Roman Artist has beaten Kingdom Bay. I think Riverdale beat Rising Prince for third. Closely attended.
The sixth went to Margic, who charges home down the outside and scores nicely from Regal Shivers, who kept fighting.
100 Balancia and Kuramai Star battling it out. On the rails, Doublewood from I Like Roses, Regal Shivers, Margic putting in a claim, and then Leg Warmer. Past the 200, Kuramai Star in front. Here's Margic now with Regal Shivers. Margic on the outside moves up to go to the lead. Regal Shivers won't match Margic. Little Rixon rides hard, and it's home Margic. Magic's beaten Regal Shivers and Kuramai start around the corner.
A seventh and an impressive victory here to Dinky Flyer, who runs on very strongly out wide to defeat Mick Dittman's Mount Eureka Stockade.
By Royal Grit starting to come into the picture. At a length, the Jacks, Eureka Stockade, Dinky Flyer and Swiftly Roman. Anything can win. Satin Sand goes out after Dinky Flyer on the outside, but Dinky Flyer's drawn to a clear-cut lead, and Dinky Flyer's raced away. Eureka Stockade going to second, then Magnitude, but Dinky Flyer donkey licks them. Dinky Flyers beaten Eureka Stockade, Magnitude third.
There was a big plunge on the Queenslander Tingo Tango in the final event. Didn't look too promising here. She's won from the outside and getting a bit of a buffeting back near the tail of the field, but watch her finish.
Miss Pendlebury is history, and then on the outside is La Panessa from Barloo and Tingo Tango. Now Vain Princess puts her head in front inside the 200. Stately Image second from Fifiana, Signal to Noise. Tingo Tango rushing down the outside. Vain Princess in front, but Tingo Tango gobbles her up and got there. Tingo Tango from Vain Princess. It's a photo for third. Stately Image.
Well, the bookies gambled against Tingo Tango yesterday under a big weight. She had 57.5 kilos, but boy, that finishing burst was something to see. She was probably 12, 13 lengths off the leaders at the home turn, but switched out wide. She really rattled home. We'll show you just how quickly she did finish now. And have a look at the slow-mo. Now, that's her right near the outside in the mauve colours. And at this stage, she's probably still a couple of lengths off the leader with 100 metres to go, but she's gobbling up the leader there. And on the line, she actually was eased down the last couple of strides and scored by half length. She's a very, very classy filly. Now, the TAB information for the Randwick meeting, and 11 and 12 the double paid $210, 8, 11 and 12 the treble, $3,783.60, a good dividend there, and the extra double 1 and 2 paid $16.30.
And Bart is back after this break with racing from Moonee Valley, where we see a new favourite for this year's Melbourne Cup, performance of Black Knight, and he is now firmed from 8s into 6s for the Melbourne Cup.
Yes, well, he's a proven two-miler. He won the Cup last year, and this really was a great performance yesterday. You would think 2,000 metres around Moonee Valley might be a bit short for him, but he won in a canter. He had plenty up his sleeve, and it looks like George Hanlon's got him really going the right way coming up to the Cup, of course, early in November. The first from Moonee Valley was the hurdle, and it went to Blue Otway. He was in command well before the home turn and kept going. He scored very, very easily. He was well tried around about the 9 to 2 mark, and he had the race in his keeping from this point.
4 lengths with 300 to go from Rock Fun. Norfolk Tiger's got up third. Our Baron's gone, and then Fiddleback. But with 1 to jump, and Blue Otway's got it well won. 4 lengths to Rock Fun and 3 to Norfolk Tiger. Here's the last coming up. Blue Otway draws to it, measures it, made a mighty leap. He's over it safely from Rock Fun, Norfolk Tiger, and a long gap to Fiddleback. But Blue Otway goes down to win by 4 lengths. Second, Rock Fun, 2 lengths to Norfolk Tiger, third.
On the second went to Little Libby, but not by any great margin. Here, at the coming to the home turn, Little Libby moving up the grey with the blinkers looked set for an easy victory, but actually only scrambled in by a short half head.
Looking the danger from Exit Star. Little Libby tackled Goldwood halfway down the straight, put its head in front. Exit Star battling on in the centre. Little Libby and Goldwood. Little Libby and Nose in front on the outside. Goldwood battles back. Goldwood and Little Libby, dead heat. Goldwood, Little Libby, a dead heat. A neck away third, Exit Star.
There was a big move for Digger's Lass in the third. She's moving up in the centre there to take the lead at the home turn and held on nicely to score by about a half length.
Gradually getting to it on the outside. Digger's Lass is hanging out. Coral Coast drew level there together, 50 to go. Coral Coast, Digger's Lass still in front and it'll win. Digger's Lass has won at a neck to Coral Coast, a head away third, Bev Rose.
Dythius was well clear coming to the home turn, led throughout to take out the fourth. There was a bit of a tumble here. You'll notice the gap in the fence. Talkeetna lost rider first time round.
In front, I think he's got too big a break for old Mally. Third is Ski Boots with Ensign Piper running on its outside. Nothing else in it, but Dythius is going to win by half a dozen lengths. Melly Bronze keeps going for second. Ensign Piper will get up on the outside and run third. Racing.
This is the Foster's Moonee Valley Stakes and Acumen. A great ride here by Gary Willits. Acumen's on the fence, the red, white and black colours. It's a lovely run coming to the turn.
Just behind it from View the outside, and then Good Old Days Wellington Hammer. And further back in the field towards the rear now is Dexterous as they settle down. Heading to the corner at the 1300, View careered around them to lead by 2 lengths to Good Old Days coming from the outside. Road Rouge and a half to Illustrious. 2 lengths Black Charleston and Campaign King, 2 to Formal Address, Solar Aspect. Wellington Hammer the outside. Jackson Square's got a mile back with Acumen. And they were followed further back in the field then by Sinbad racing around the outside. Metric Turmoil is back with it at this stage. And one of the last is Dexterous. As they come by the 800-metre mark, French Cotton's about third last. The leader now, Good Old Days, 2 lengths to View, 2 lengths to Road Rouge. They were followed then over on the outside. Illustrious 3 deep on the rails. Black Charleston, a length and a half. Campaign King now called on. They're followed by Solar Aspect. Wellington Hammer around the outside at the head of the others. Acumen, Jackson Square and French Cotton looked hopeless. Sinbad back at the rear with Dexterous. With 400 to go, Good Old Days in front with the challengers coming now from Black Charleston. And here's Campaign King around the outside. Campaign King's grabbed them and dashed to the lead, 300 out. Acumen starting to run on pretty well, and Wellington Hammer. It's Campaign King in front as they turn for home, but Acumen's coming at it quickly with Wellington Hammer out wide. Wellington Hammer and Acumen race to Campaign King, the 3 in line. Acumen, Wellington Hammer, the only filly put ahead in front. Acumen's drawn level again. Acumen under the whip just in front, and Acumen is just going to win the Moonee Valley Stakes. A short head to Wellington Hammer.
The second Glenaris handicap, and Rocky Mac with a huge run around the outside. This horse wintered in Queensland and looks like he's coming up for a very big spring. This is a big performance.
To get through is Aqualone, and then round the outside is Rocky Mac with a strong run. Swift Vixen next and Bold Brother. Into the straight, Bletchway clear. Rocky Mac's going to be a danger. It's coming home hard down the outside. Rocky Mac got to Bletchway. Aqualone's battling on it. Old acquaintance from last, but Rocky Mac in front. Draws away. Rocky Mac goes on to win. Scores by 2 lengths at the finish. Close for the minor placings. Old acquaintance got up for second. A nose in front of Aqualone with 4.
Then came the eye-catching Melbourne Cup trial from Black Knight, who storms around them in the red colours coming to the turn, and he wins in a canter.
Black Knight starting to zoom home behind them is coming full of dash. Black Knight on the turn. British Arado and Black Knight's grabbed them as if they weren't there. What a nuisance next, but Black Knight, the Melbourne Cup winner, on his way to another Melbourne Cup. Charging away from British, What a Nuisance, and then Martian Sun. But Black Knight will win by about 5 lengths. Good race for the miners. What a Nuisance hanging on with the British.
It was a day of big finishes, and here's Tonefill coming from last in the white colours to defeat Poke No Pearl.
Phil Sutton back behind them is doing nothing. Into the straight, Poke No Pearl shot to the lead. Tonefill from absolute last is gobbling them up out wide. And the little New Zealander raced to the lead halfway down the straight. A mighty performance this. Tonefill coming away is going to win it by a length to Poke No Pearl. 5 lengths away third, Goodwood Lady. They were followed.
Now the TAB information for the Moonee Valley meeting yesterday, and here it comes. 3 and 2, the double, $26.80. The treble, 5, 3 and 2, paid $121.40. And the extra double from Moonee Valley, 5 and 6, paid $78.20.
A tie to start only at the end of a long and arduous racing campaign. But not so with Monarch Star, who'll stand his first season this term at Basil Nolan's Raheen Stud at Gladfield near Warwick on the Darling Downs. Monarch Star is a mere 4-year-old and a member of one of Australia's greatest sirening lines. His sire, Kairu Star, is one of the most exciting sons of Star Kingdom standing at stud. Typical of the breed, Kairu Star was an instant success, siring the winners of more than $4 million in stakes. And who's to say that Monarch Star won't be every bit as good? Monarch Star, who stands alongside Chief Sundance and Hesa Fura, was a stakes winner at his racing debut, the Maribyrnong Trial at Flemington. Unplaced only once in 6 2-year-old starts, Monarch Star recorded 3 wins from 900 to 1200 metres, a real speed machine. Maternally, Monarch Star's family speaks for itself. His dam, the Wilkes mare Coin of Gold, is a winning full sister to Golden Slipper and Blue Diamond Stakes winner John's Hope, rapidly making a name for himself as a sire. As you can see, it's a true family of sires. Raheen Stud, which previously stood Biscayville, has catered for the market by introducing Star Kingdom blood to the stallions already standing there. Basil Nolan, a Brisbane Metropolitan bookmaker, has made a safe bet with Monarch Star. Basil is a breeder of note with a list of winners to his credit. And with his newest arrival, it's safe to assume Basil's favourite song is A Star Is Born.
Soft as an easy chair.
What does Basil Nolan think of Monarch Star?
Beautifully conformed horse, Marshall, and traces to two of the best stallions that we've seen in Australasia for the last 3 decades in Star Kingdom and Wilkes. On his maternal side, he's out of a daughter of Wilkes, and of course by the champion sire son of Star Kingdom.
Well, Basil, he's got it all, looks, performance and pedigree, but he's not the only stallion standing this season at Raheen Stud.
No, we've got the grand old performer Chief Sundance and also the half-brother to Taipan and Heishafura, both doing quite well in the last season.
Marshall Dobson continuing our breeding segment there with Monarch Star, and of course that little crack just
to 4 to 6 to 4 on. Bon Remus first quarter 27.6.
Steady on the rail. He's third now. Then Emerald Prince, followed by McGregor's Luck and Belera Trusty taken to the outside. Bondi Tramcars travelling well on the bend. At the 200, he leads by almost 2 lengths to Call Me Poplar, who's under the whip. Fast Eddie on the rail. Then McGregor's Luck and Belera Trusty, but Bondi Tramcars clear. Inside the 100-metre mark, Fast Eddie trying to reach him. Belera Trusty battling on well, but Bondi Tramcar's too strong and too good. Bondi Tramcar beat Fast Eddie. Belera Trusty third. Call Me Poplar.
A week of family favourites for Kerry Langlands. He won with Miller's Corner last Wednesday night at headquarters, and Miller's Corner's full brother, Bondi Tramcar, came out and ran 59 and 3 last night.
And one of the most ordinary-looking thoroughbreds you've ever seen, the filly by the name of Tingo Tango, proved the old adage that handsome is as handsome does. And as they race up to the home turn, a big field and signalled a noise on the inside, just led Shinakima. 3 deep in the green colours as La Panessa as they turn for home. Now Peter Cook is getting Shankhill Lass into about 4th spot behind the leaders. Red jacket, white sleeves, white cap. And then Fifeyana, followed by Dance Hall Girl. And watch for Tingo Tango, about 6 horses out from the rail in pink colours, white armbands, white cap. The one on her outside in the white breastplate is Normandy Bay. Now here's Tingo, Go Girl. Tingo Tango coming at Shinakima. Shankhill Lass between the pair. Normandy Bay down the outside, but the tall Queensland boy Shane Scriven drives Tingo Tango to the lead close to home to win the flight stakes over Shinakima, and Shankhill Lass was third. Now a sensational champion stakes. Watch the leader Beal Bangara run off the track, goes right to the outside fence, comes to a screaming halt and dumps Malcolm Johnston flat on his back. As the field turns for home, Johnston escaped unhurt miraculously. Now Easter is nearly last as they straighten up in Kerry Packer's colours, green and white hoops and a red cap. He got the backwash of a big scrimmage. He was turned sideways. Lots of people are saying Handy Proverb was unlucky in the race. I thought Easter copped every bit as much as he did. Over the rise now, and Indian Raj is the leader. Dream Lodge in the white breastplate gets to second, and Easter down the outside. Handy Proverb in the red with the white sleeves, but watch this for a spine-tingling finish. Indian Raj, Dream Lodge, Easter on the outside, knuckling down to his work, and doesn't Quinton look great on Easter as he drives that colt to the line in a terrific finish, and Easter got there by inches over Dream Lodge, Indian Raj and Handy Proverb. There was, of course, a promotion and a demotion of some of the place getters. Dream Lodge was relegated from 2nd to 4th after a protest. Now the Epsom Handicap of 1985, and Vari's Ace leads them into the straight over Rising Prince with the big white blaze. 3rd, Swiftly Roman. And then the ultimate winner, Magnitude, in the green and orange colours. 4th on the outside, putting in his run with the white nose roll further out on the track as Royal Grit. Castanillia coming through in the centre. I thought he had every hope, Castanillia. Double Dandy got blocked for a run. He's running about 6th at the moment on the inside of Castanillia. But now it's Magnitude and Malcolm Johnston sweeping to the lead from Rising Prince. Wide out on the track, about 7th at the moment, is a chestnut, yellow sleeves and cap. That's Colour Page, and he rattles home on the outside, but Magnitude has the Epsom one, and Magnitude, hammered right out by Malcolm Johnston, scores a great win over Colour Page, and that's the way they went over the line in the Epsom, and Double Dandy was 3rd. Malcolm Johnston. Mike's won a lot of big races in his time, but he needed that one. He's been away for 2 years. You lose contacts, you lose clientele, and you need a big win to put you straight back into it.
Yeah, he showed plenty of ticker too to come back after getting dumped off early.
He was pretty plucky, as he's always been. You know, Sydney people love Malcolm Johnston. He's just got that magic charisma about him.
A little bit of larrikin too.
Yeah, they lifted the lid off the stand when he brought that winner back to scale. All right, now, do you remember New Atlantis? He started favourite in the Golden Slipper this year. I thought he should have gone close to winning the Slipper. He made his comeback yesterday in a race called the Brill Cream Stakes at Morfordville, and he ran a good second.
180 to go. Got away a length and a half to 2 in front of Lord Galaxy. 2 lengths away to New Atlantis, the rider getting busy. And then came on the outside Danish Saint from further back in the field, Colourful Comment. And with those True Style followed further back by Prince by Super Saddles. Lord Galaxy grabs Undisturbed at the 200 and quickly put pay to it. Then came New Atlantis. Lord Galaxy beats off Undisturbed. New Atlantis is grinding home, but Lord Galaxy is going to win the Brill Cream. A slick performance. Lord Galaxy by a length and a half to New Atlantis. 1.5 away, third Undisturbed.
A slick performance in the Brill Cream Stakes. Good on you, Ron Paps. Now we go to Melbourne, the Edward Manifold Stakes, and this filly, Rebecca Gay, comes from last to score a terrific win.
First from Sutton, then Jewel in the Crown, Beach Gown, Mrs. Mannering. 12 to the outside, Wellington Hammer with nowhere to go as Sutton sprinted away. Led 3 lengths at the 200 from Beach Gown. 12 down the outside with Mrs. Mannering and Rebecca Gay coming from last. He went for the whip on Sutton. Gee, it's found something. It's 4 in front of 12 with 200 to go. Out the outside, Rebecca Gay's gobbling them up now. 12 and Rebecca Gay going after Sutton. Sutton in front, but they're going to grab it. Rebecca Gay will get it out wide. Rebecca Gay's won it. About a half length to 12 or Sutton.
Okay, very good win by Rebecca Gay. She'll now go on to race in the Victorian Oaks. Another Brill Cream race was staged in Brisbane yesterday, and this horse, Basic French, is going very well at the moment.
Crafty Indians now called upon for the effort from Bon Princess and Roman Knight. Basic French is well clear past the 200. 4 lengths Peach Choice. Crafty Indian and Roman Knight coming home, and it's all over, but it's all Basic French. She's getting tired near the line. Roman Knight late, but Basic French has run them into the ground. Basic French first, Roman Knight second, tight third, Sparkle 3 or Peach Choice.
Yeah, that horse is going very well at the moment, Basic French, and should keep up the good work in the next few weeks. And commentary there, of course, was provided by Alan Thomas. Sponsorship galore in thoroughbred racing, Mike, all over Australia. Won't be long before we get the Joe's Hamburger Bar Stakes.
I noticed the winning post there in Brisbane. You got the 4X winning post with a Brill Cream sprint around it. There's not hardly any room for the mirror.
Incredible, isn't it?
They might have to bring Keith Miller back, won't they? Dennis Compton for the Brill Cream.
Yeah, no hairy jacks.
No hairy jacks.
Yeah, no, mate, that's a bit touchy.
Yeah,
touchy around.
Sorry.
We'll give that a miss.
Righto, John.
See you later.
We'll see you later. Stay with us. We'll be back with more in a moment.